do.
University of Indianapolis Greyhound football on the ISC Sports Network is presented in part by Free Enterprise System, the official travel agency for Greyhound athletics. Free Enterprise System, anything else is just a bus ride. By Prairie Farms, Indiana's dairy. By IMCU. IMCU proudly supports UIndy athletics and offers a free UIndy debit card. Show your school spirit and get yours at imcu.com. By Gordon Flesh. Technology that works, people who perform. Please visit us at gflesh.com. By Aqua Systems. With a knowledgeable staff of water experts in multiple locations, Aqua Systems has been helping people improve their water since 1959 and proud to support the University of Indianapolis. And by the Ray Skillman Automotive Group. Go to rayskillman.com for your best deals.
To the south side of Indianapolis, it's homecoming for the University of Indianapolis tonight as we get you ready for tonight's game here on the Indiana Members Credit Union pregame show for the matchup between the number 14 ranked team in the country, the University of Indianapolis Greyhounds, at 3-0 on the season as they welcome in the Great Lakes Valley Conference opener for both teams, the Bearcats of Southwest Baptist. As we've done before plenty of games over the past few years, our Prairie Farms player to watch is Toriano Clinton, the now record-breaking, another record in the illustrious career of Toriano Clinton as he broke the University of Indianapolis record for career rushing in the win last week at Ohio Dominican. Now with 3,948 yards and 46 career touchdowns, also tied for the school record. His next touchdown will put him all alone at the top of the touchdown list in University of Indianapolis history. A couple of injuries to report tonight in our community hospital sports medicine injury report. Both of the preseason starters at quarterback, Landry Mavungu and Jalen Gavon, both out tonight for the Greyhounds, and also the starting left tackle from the season opener, Tyler Thomas, also unavailable tonight for the Greyhounds. Matt Holmes joined by former University of Indianapolis quarterback David Burton. And David, time for our Free Enterprise Systems keys to the game. What is it going to take for UIndy tonight to emerge and remain undefeated here in the 2022 season?
Well, as you look here, defend the house. It's homecoming. And as a football coach, a high school football coach, one of the things we tell kids all the time, homecoming's great, but we wouldn't have homecoming if there wasn't a game. And so the most important thing for the people on the field is to defend the house and win the game. Number two, first down success. Southwest Baptist comes in with a really good offense, and they've got pretty good balance as far as run and pass goes. UIndy has to have success on first down and put Southwest Baptist in a position where they're behind the chains to make them in the third key one-dimensional and allow, with the two corners out and with a kind of an inexperienced secondary, play to your strengths if you're UIndy. That defensive line and those three linebackers, let them do what they do and let the secondary know that the pass is coming. So having success on first down is going to allow them to put Southwest Baptist in a position where they have to throw, and now we're going to be able to tee off on the pass rush as well as cover the back end.
That has been your Indiana Members Credit Union pregame show. You see Toriano Clinton. We'll see him up first as UIndy will receive the opening kickoff when we come back on the ISC and GLVC Sports Networks.
Remember, when it comes to pedestrian safety, Greyhounds don't have 9 lives. mascots or linebackers were harmed in the making of this video.
Back in my day, we didn't tailgate. We stood in the rain for 3 hours watching the grass grow, and we liked it. Go Hounds!
That is Logan Turner, the place kicker for the Bearcats of Southwest Baptist, as they won the toss, elected to defer, so we'll see this explosive UIndy offense that has had to win on their final drive each of the last 2 weeks at Tiffin and at Ohio Dominican, which we'll talk about. This will be one step, and this will be returnable for Jeremiah Lee. And he'll get about past the 25-yard line. So we take a look at the Ray Skillman Auto Group starting lineup for the University of Indianapolis offense. We mentioned Toriano Clinton, also the controls. Connor Cadet, the first-year starter for UIndy. 8 touchdowns, more importantly, Dave, 0 interceptions so far through 3 games. UIndy, one of only 2 teams in the country, still without a turnover on the season.
Well, let's hope we didn't put the announcer kibosh on him there.
You got to mention it as much as it pains you.
Absolutely. But Connor Kennett has been really impressive, obviously throwing the football, but also with his ability to take off and run.
And he'll keep it, a very mobile quarterback, but he is brought down after a minimal gain, and that is Brighton Louie for the Southwest Baptist defense. As we take a look at them, they are led by the linebacker, number 4, Colton Smith, a second-team All-American in 2021. Colton Smith had 161 tackles, number 4 for the Bearcats a season ago from his middle linebacker position, for the team in white and purple. Second along for the Hounds. Play action. Kennett pointing to his left, going deep down the left sideline. He's got a man, and it is broken up at the last second by Brendan Smith. Marcus Gillum was open. Throw maybe a little underthrown that let Smith get back to break it up.
Well, and he does a nice job. He's like, Gillum's like looking at him like, I've run a deep route, scramble drill, I got to come back to the quarterback. Kennett's like, no, go. But if you look at the flags, we got a wind coming straight out of the north. He's trying to throw that. I mean, pretty good throw, but it's going to hang up there a little bit in that wind.
Yeah, Brendan Smith, junior from Warrenton, Missouri, with the hustle on the play to get back and get in the sight line of Gillum, and didn't make it a clean catch. Kennett again, he'll step up in the pocket, and now he'll take off and run. It just gets tripped up behind the play. And that's going to be short of the first down. Is a good.
Well, it's a really nice play by 94, and just gets enough of his ankle to trip him up, because Kennett, he wasn't going to just go across the line right there. He had yards in front of the sticks. So really nice play in pursuit there by number 94.
Yeah, that's Matthew Bell, a freshman from Texas. A defensive tackle caught up to Kennett, which is going to force the punt, as we'll see Ryan Zoller, the freshman from Louisville. Whistle blows, and actually we're going to get a timeout called by Southwest Baptist.
SBU, this is their first charge of the half.
4th and very short for UIndy. Actually a beneficial spot, but again, I think at this point in the game, probably still too far back in your own territory to think about going for it this early in the game.
It would be a very risky call. What you might see here out of the timeout by UIndy is some type of shift where you try to draw them off sides, and then you're still going to punt the ball. That all comes down to a matter of how much time you have in practice to do, little things. But I don't anticipate any type of fake right here. You might see some type of shift to see if you get him to jump off sides and get that free first down.
You see Brendan Smith, that's the player who broke up the long pass down the sideline, also the punt returner for the Bearcats. He's 20th in the country, averaging over 10 yards per return. Hasn't broke a long one yet. His longest is 22, but he's been consistent. Kick is away, and it's a good one by Zoller. It's going to force a fair catch, hit a Greyhound in the back, and knocks it dead, as that was Brandon Thomas. who we will see getting his first career start at corner tonight. Number 9 for the Greyhounds. So we'll take a look.
I'd really like to have your great job of getting down the field to cover there by the UIndy punt team, but you would love for them to have a little bit more awareness where the ball hit, because it was going to roll further had it not hit. That was number 36. Looked like Doug Hall hit him, in the back. We could have had another 5 yards there as far as starting position goes.
You see the starting lineup for Southwest Baptist, led by their quarterback Cooper Callis, but a quick hand up inside to Abel Carter. 4th in the country, averaging 146 rushing yards per game, is Abel Carter, a 5'10 junior from Carson City, Nevada. In the game last year against UIndy, he was held to -2 yards rushing on 4 attempts, a game UIndy won last year in Bolivar, Missouri, 77-10, and already more stops for Southwest Baptist, as in that game a season ago, UIndy scored 42 points in the first quarter, and Toriano Clinton set an NCAA record with 197 yards rushing, so already a victory for the Southwest Baptist defense. This is Carter again trying to cut back the other way. He is swallowed up by the pursuit of the UIndy defense. Clay Schulte, the linebacker, one of a couple of Greyhounds there to force already a 3rd and long situation. As we take a look at the UIndy defense, I mentioned 28, Schulte had just made that tackle. The safeties have been big this year. Number 18, Cavante Houston, 23 tackles to lead the team, and Michael Brown, a couple of pass breakups for UIndy in the back end. They'll be tested today, again, as we mentioned, 2 first-time starters at cornerback in Carice Crawford and Brandon Thomas.
Well, here we go with our nickel package, and we'll see a lot of different looks. We're bringing an extra defensive back, but that doesn't mean we're not going to bring some pressure.
Thrown up the sideline. That is complete to Preston Carson, who's knocked out of bounds by Brown, and this is going to come down to the spot. And it looks like he's 4 yards short of the first down on good pursuit by Brown.
So there you see the pressure. We're bringing edge pressure, and he steps out of bounds right there. But that's the intent there of the pressure. Obviously, you'd love to get home and make the sack, but what you'd really like in that situation where it's 3rd and 8 is get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick and make him throw it short, and that's what happened there.
End over end punt to Alonzo Derrick. It bounces and kind of just dies inside the 20. So UIndy will take over at their own 17-yard line. So we thought we would see some offensive fireworks in this game between 2 of the top offenses in the country, but a couple of 3 and outs to start this one, as UIndy will come out and see what they've learned from that first offensive possession, taking over for the second time.
Yeah, I really think kind of the thought process. I don't think the first play. I think that was a called quarterback run to Kennett. I think Coach Wilson, the offensive staff, I think they thought, man, they're going to be keying on Toriano. We're gonna see if we can catch him right here. And that first down success didn't happen for UIndy. So we'll see what we change up here on this drive.
Straight handoff to Clinton going to his right, and the pursuit catches up to him. Colton Smith finishes him off for a minimal gain.
Yeah, they did a nice job sniffing that out. Ran the counter play back to the boundary side right there. And Southwest Baptist did a good job of stringing it out, making the tackle for only a 1-yard gain.
Well, and I mentioned again, the 197 yards in the first quarter, an NCAA record a season ago. Certainly something the Southwest Baptist players, coaching staff remembers. They're going to, you would assume, try to make anybody other than Clinton beat him. Quick throw. This one is caught. It's going to be a first down and more for UIndy. Stephen Towns Jr. brings it in and picks up 15 on the play and gets UIndy its first down.
Yeah, really nice play here. A little play action. He's running a sit-down route from the slot position. Linebackers read the play action. They suck up. The safeties stay high as they read the pass release from the receivers, and he sits down, about 8 yards and then catches and gets 7 more.
Handoff to Clinton again, breaks the tackle, and then knocked down. Smith is there, also Brendan Smith as he got through the initial grasp of Killian Carper, but that did just enough to slow him down and allow the pursuit to catch up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Connor Kinnett, he was trying to read that one. They're running a counter play for the quarterback based on what the defensive end does. He runs upfield. Connor should have kept that one and followed his two linemen to the right.
Another 2nd and long for UIndy. They have not had much success on first down here in the early going. Handoff to Clinton inside again, steps through a tackle and is brought down very close to the first down line. It looked like he might get swallowed up and then just appeared through the other side.
Yeah, this is a staple here of the offense. They're running a little power play there. You can see number 61, Kednal Alexis, pulling from his left guard position around to the right to lead up, and you get just enough movement from the right guard there. Is that Clark? Yeah, Zach Clark and the center, Austin Keel, to allow Kednal to lead him up.
Thrown out into the flat, into space to Jeremiah Lee, and the Southwest Baptist defense is there and reads it and doesn't allow the electric Lee to get much room at all, and actually a loss on the play that's going to force UIndy to punt once again.
Yeah, I think that's something that we had, dialed up. Hey, here's something we need to run early in the game so that it could lead to something else. To go back to your point, we haven't had a ton of success with the run on first down, which made that play a little bit less effective. If we've been more effective running the play inside, now you get those linebackers coming in hard and the outside guys coming in hard, and you got a better chance of hitting that play and getting the 1 yard out on the outside.
Another end-over-end punt. Southwest Baptist will take over.
And the Bearcats will take over possession at 1st and 10.
Today's game is brought to you by Indiana Members Credit Union, proud to support University of Indianapolis athletics and offer a free UIndy debit card with a free checking account and e-statements. Get your UIndy debit card today and show your school spirit. Visit any IMCU branch or sign up online at imcu.com. Membership savings required. Federally insured by NCUA. First down for UIndy. On its last drive, Southwest Baptist still looking for its first after a 3 and out. Handoff inside to Carter, and he is hit and taken down by the UIndy defense.
Aaron Barnett there got the cleanup hit. Really nice tackle from his defensive end spot.
Yeah, he's been very active. 14 tackles already this year from his defensive end position. Play action. Pressure gets there, and going down will be Callis on the play as the interior of the line gets him. Dennison and Jones pushing their way in there to take him down.
Yeah, it's a great job from those guys in the middle, both Jacob Jones and Michael Dennison, just getting a huge push up the middle, and they just keep going right into the lap of the quarterback. Nice job by the defensive line.
Yeah, Dennison, 99, was even being double teamed and broke through it. The senior from Mishawaka, picking up his second sack of the year, a team captain, and again, another second drive where the Bearcats are facing 3rd and long, 3rd and 18. UIndy brings 4. Thrown out short and high, and incomplete, intended for Jordan Kent. Cavante Houston was there to make sure he wouldn't bring it down. We'll have another punt.
Yeah, another nice job there from the nickel package, getting some pressure with the little edge blitz there that came from number 41, Jalen Wilson, and then you're only bringing 4, so you're dropping 7 into coverage, forcing the ball to be thrown short, and then rally around it and make the tackle.
Flag down after another nice kick by Logan Turner, is fair caught by Alonzo Derrick.
1st and 10, ball will be spotted at their own 43.
Thrown from the sideline, either offsides or something. They're looking at it to see what UIndy wants.
Penalty flag.
Assume typically here you'd ask to re-kick.
So our field position would be our own 43-yard line. I was going to say we're going to decline this. We got pretty good field position. I think we're good.
Illegal formation. Offense. Too many men in the backfield. That penalty be declined. First down, U of Indy.
Didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage when the ball was snapped.
UIndy will take over with their best field position of the night so far. Free Enterprise is proud to be the official transportation provider for Greyhound Athletics. As you know, teamwork makes the dream work. At Free Enterprise, we'd love to be a part of your team by providing transportation for your group. We can move groups of any size, from event shuttles, youth groups, to campus shuttles, and more. There's no group our team can't accommodate. Contact one of our travel consultants today at travelfe.com and book with Free Enterprise today. Anything else is just a bus ride.
I didn't mean to be prophetic that first down was, wasn't going to be successful, but here we go.
And Clinton breaks through the line on this one and is just taken down before he takes it all the way by Matt Lockard. But a big chunk of yardage on first down for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, I think Coach Cooper and they said, you know what, we're going to run our little pin and pull stuff, and we're going right downhill at them. They maybe got a little too cute a couple times and said, you know what, we're going to see what they've got, and we're going to try to impose our will here a little bit.
Kennett keeps it, rolling to his left, throws deep down the left sideline, looking for Towns, but incomplete. He also had a receiver short, but decided to take the chance to Gillum. Gonna bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they Southwest Baptist played that pretty well. The corner, normally if he's playing a hard cover 2, he's gonna sit in that flat area and he's gonna take away McNeilis, 86 on the flat route. He sank with the post route and then came off late and really played that pretty well.
Lenny Bennett in at tailback for UIndy, and he'll take the handoff. He'll pick up about 4 yards, maybe 3, before he stood up. Bennett, the 5'10" sophomore out of Fort Wayne, who we have not seen much of this year.
It's one of those that, last year I remember late in the year, Coach Keevers jokingly called him Straight Line Lenny because he just does a great job of once he reads his cut, as soon as he sees it, he's got a great burst that gets him right downhill and gets him into the second level of the defense.
It's been a great year already. 411 rush yards for Clinton, 137 yards per game, which is 6th in the country. He'll run out in a pass pattern here on 3rd and long. Kennett bouncing, gets away from one pressure, sets his feet, throws into the end zone, and that is going to be intercepted at the 2-yard line by Brendan Smith. And again, that might have been throwing into that wind.
Well, it's a combination of throwing into the wind and really just taking a chance that you didn't necessarily need to take. If we get a first down right here, UIndy's in field goal range, and I think he had a guy underneath. I get the concept. You go scramble and let's take a shot down the field, but he also had a guy underneath that if he throws it to, he's going to get the first down. Now you've got a fresh set of downs. You're in field goal range, and you can make something happen. Now we put it on the defense, which, okay, we just put them in a really good position. They're inside the 10-yard line. Let them pin their ears back and go here.
The first turnover of the season for UIndy on that interception. Run up the middle by Carter, and not much room once again as he's going to pick up nothing on that first down run. As again, Abel Carter, 585 yards, 146 per game, and so far he's been held to 2 yards rushing. UIndy bottling him up much like they have teams most of the year. UIndy giving up only 56 yards rushing per game. That's one of the top defensive numbers in all of Division II. Callis has 3 receivers to his left, fakes the handoff, quick throw is caught, but then brought down for a loss as Preston Carson. Clay Schulte gets out there for the Greyhounds, as again for the 3rd consecutive drive, Southwest Baptist is going to be looking at 3rd and very long.
And a lot of that started on first down. You know, they're trying to run the ball and get ahead of the chains on first down. UIndy stuffs it. You know, they run a little RPO slip action there, trying to get the ball out in the flat. Clay Schulte does a nice job reading it and then running to the football and making the tackle.
3 receivers to the right this time for Cooper Callis. Pressure comes, and he is brought down and going to be taken down in the end zone for a safety, Dylan Shelton.
His family's sitting right down here in front of us, and they're pretty impressed by that. We're getting high fives all around right in front of us. Great pressure there from number 92, Dylan Shelton. There you see Kiave Guerriere with a little force back to the inside. Great play by Dylan.
Yeah, Guerriere forces Callis to step up in the pocket, and then he's swallowed up by Dylan Shelton, his first sack of the season and 5th of his career, and in a game where we thought it would be the offense's prolific, as UIndy, the 8th highest scoring offense in the country, Southwest Baptist 26. The first points of the day are put up by the defense, as a 2-run home run puts UIndy up 2-0 here in the first quarter from Key Stadium. And again, the key part of that, not only do you get the 2 points, but now Southwest Baptist forced to kick off from their 20, and an opportunity with a good return for good field position coming up for UIndy.
Well, and UIndy had good field position the last time, and you know, Connor Kennett went maybe a little too aggressive on 3rd and long. Let's see if we get it dialed back here and we can get in some sort of offensive rhythm. Right now, they've had a couple of good plays, but nothing consistent.
Yeah, 23-yard run for Clinton, 19-yard completion to Towns, but otherwise Kennett is just 1 of 4, including his interception, his first of the season on his last throw. This is going to be returned from the 17-yard line, as Gillum almost breaks through, but he's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, he saw the seam and just couldn't quite get himself all the way through it there. Nice acceleration into the hole, couldn't quite get through it.
Look after the play, we see over here on the edge for UIndy, Cole Veal getting into it with Samuel Steffi of Southwest Baptist. The officials got control of it. No need for flags. First down handoff to UIndy. This is Clinton. Hurdles over 1 defender. Steps up in the middle. And Toriano Clinton is gone. His school record, 47th touchdown of his career from 63 yards out.
And it's a real simple play. They just run inside zone to the left. All the offensive linemen, and you'll see the H-back here, everybody's stepping to the left. They get all of the defensive linemen covered up. Good push into the linebacker. And then once you give Toriano, look at that hole he runs through, and he's on the 2nd level. Safety goes at his ankles, misses, and then he's going to do the rest. Great run there by number 8. Great job by the offensive line and tight end.
Colin Seymour on for the extra point to put it up. And through. UIndy gets the safety and capitalizes on the first offensive play from scrimmage. 63 yards for Toriano Clinton. 9-0 for the 14th ranked Greyhounds on the ISC and GLVC Sports Networks.
At Aqua Systems, we believe in one simple idea, that it should be easy to get great water. That's why we provide a hassle-free sales process with money-back guarantees and the best warranties anywhere, all on equipment made in the USA. In fact, at Aqua Systems, we make it so easy to fix your home's water that 9 out of 10 people who shop with us buy from us. Contact Aqua Systems today. You'll love your water.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to care from Community.
63-yard touchdown for Toriano Clinton. Puts UIndy up 9-0. The 47th total touchdown in Clinton's career. Puts him one ahead of Clay Fichter for the most total touchdowns in UIndy history. And now with 42 rushing touchdowns, he is tied with his former teammate Al McKellar. As his next rushing touchdown will put him in sole possession of the rushing touchdown total for UIndy. He has also now surpassed 4,000 yards rushing in his career with 96 today on just 5 carries after breaking off that 63-yarder.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Southwest Baptist comes out with here. Last couple times on first down, they've tried to run the ball. The interior of the UIndy defensive line, the linebackers have said that's not going to happen. So let's see how they change up their philosophy.
Yeah, I think this is the first pass on first down, and Cooper Callis is going to be sacked by Aaron Barnett.
Number 13, Aaron Barnett for the Hounds.
Cooper Callis last year was the GLVC Offensive Player of the Year. He threw for 337 yards per game, which led all of Division II. But in the 77-10 win by the Greyhounds last year, he was held to just 16 of 27 passing for 181 yards.
And I think in the back of their mind, that is something that looms for Southwest Baptist. It's like they're almost waiting for it to happen.
Preston Carson, the man in motion. Handoff to Carter inside, and again, nothing is there for UIndy. Honeyus flying in from his linebacker position to fill the hole and force another. This will be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, Michael Dennison did a really nice job again of Honeyus comes free because Dennison makes 2 offensive linemen double team him. He holds his ground, and now Honeyus is allowed to attack the line of scrimmage and meet the running back right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Dennison, we mentioned him earlier at the sack, 4 tackles. Jacob Jones, I'm not sure has a tackle this year, but those guys open up so much for the linebackers. Pressure comes up the middle, but it is going to be complete at the sticks and good for a first down to Curtis Quillard. He had 8 catches for 136 yards and 4 touchdowns last week against Lake Erie for the Bearcats. He has been big, 6'4", 225-pound senior number 3, has been the favorite receiver this year for Callis. That's his 23rd reception.
Yeah, they did a nice job there and got him to the boundary side for a 10-yard gain. UIndy softened their outside coverage right there, and they were able to get him right at the sticks.
Another loss on a first down run by Abel Carter.
Yeah, and if I'm sitting across the sideline or upstairs here for Southwest Baptist, and, I'm trying to figure out what can be done differently so that we put ourselves in something other than 2nd 10 or 11.
UIndy might be offsides here. Flag thrown on the play, thrown out to the left boundary, caught, and going out of bounds is Quillard.
UIndy's pointing like Southwest Baptist.
Offsides.
Nope.
Defense, number 13. That penalty declined. Reserved for the play. First down.
That's Aaron Barnett, who had a sack earlier on the drive, getting a little aggressive.
Yep, just a little early. You can see Clay Schulte there was on a outside linebacker blitz through the B gap. But now what UIndy has to be aware of is they've thrown the out route there a couple times on the boundary side. Is look for a double move here where they might try and take a shot down the sideline.
Callis deep down the right sideline. He's got a man, and it is incomplete, broken up on the play by Carice Crawford. But the flag is going to be thrown as Kylan Herrera was the intended receiver, but this appears to be pass interference on Crawford.
Pass interference. Defense, number 11. That 15-yard penalty assessed from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
So Crawford's beat here, and as he trails to try and catch up, he never turns around to find the ball. He does a pretty good job of trying to play the receiver's hands. Once the receiver goes for the ball, he's trying to knock it out. Unfortunately, he made contact before the ball got to his hands.
And that was a first down throw by Southwest Baptist. Handoff to Carter, and he finds some room this time and picks up 11 yards. He had just 2 yards on his prior 4 carries.
Well, but they've loosened it up. They've thrown a couple times on first down. They caught us off sides, you know, so he must be changing up the snap count a little bit, and he's changed the rhythm.
Callis deep down the left sideline into the end zone, and this might very well have been intercepted.
Let's see the touchback call. Let's see the. I think on the deflection we got the pick.
Yes, and it's an interception for Brandon Thomas.
So here's, I mean, they've hit the out a couple times. Now you get Thomas, he comes up.
The previous play was ruled interception in the end zone. Touchback.
This ball should have been caught.
Yeah,
that's a really good throw. Good job playing the hands. It comes out, and he did get underneath it, and that is an interception.
Brandon Thomas, the redshirt freshman from Centerville, Ohio, getting his first career start in place of the injured Landry Mavungu, and comes up huge to keep a 0 on the scoreboard for Southwest Baptist as Collard had his hands on it but just didn't bring it in clean. Thomas fell on top and dislodged it and just slid underneath it.
I mean, he did a great job. I mean, he's beat, you know, and he's playing catch up, and as he's looking for the ball and knocks it out of the receiver's hands, that's just a I mean, there's a little bit of luck that goes into him being able to get his hands underneath it and make the interception.
Here goes Clinton again for a 10-yard run, but a flag comes in behind the play as we take another look at the interception. See, Collard just didn't catch it clean, bounces off the shoulder pads right into the chest.
And as he's sliding his shoulder and his upper
76,
arm.
offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
He's sliding on his upper arm, and the ball literally falls into the crease of his elbow.
Holding on the first down run called on Ryan Ritchie, the sophomore from O'Fallon, Illinois.
I would be surprised if UIndy runs a play right here.
So we are nearing the end of the quarter, under 10 seconds. And we'll do a handoff to Clinton again, and he just got tripped up. Ran into Kevin McNeilis and lost his balance. And goes down after a gain of 1, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. UIndy, a safety and a 63-yard touchdown run, has the Greyhounds, the number 14 ranked team in the country, up 9-0 after 1 on Southwest Baptist.
Remember, when it comes to pedestrian safety, Greyhounds don't have 9 lives. No mascots or linebackers were harmed in the making of this video.
Back in my day, we didn't have inflatables for the kids. They played with sticks and stones, and they liked it. Go Hounds!
It's homecoming on the south side. University of Indianapolis leads Southwest Baptist 9-0. Fans, the annual Greyhound Club online auction is going on right now through October 6th. Go to UIndyathletics.com to participate. Lots of great items, gifts, UIndy collectibles, UIndy jerseys, UIndy gear, Indianapolis Colts tickets, golf outings, tons of great stuff. Head to UIndyathletics.com to check out the Greyhound Club online auction. 2nd and 19 for the Hounds. Kennett, straight drop back. Lofts it down the left sideline. He's got a man, and just through the outstretched arms of Jaquan Buchanan.
Yeah, they're running the halfback rail route. They bring the receivers. They think they've got him in man coverage, some type of man coverage, and then they're going to sneak the running back out of the backfield and up the sideline, and Connor's just a little long on the throw. He's been throwing into the wind. Now he's throwing with the wind, and just a little long out of Jaquan Buchanan's hands.
See what the offense dials up on 3rd and 19. Just 3 down linemen for the Bearcats. And they'll just hand up the middle to Buchanan, and he runs right into Colton Smith for a gain of, give him 7, but it's still going to be 4th and 12, and that'll bring Ryan Zoller back out to punt for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, this is a safe call. They did the freeze call, the check with me, where they look at what Southwest Baptist defense is going to be. They've got 3 down linemen. They're going to drop 8 guys into coverage. Let's not make a difficult read for the quarterback. Let's hand it off, and we'll punt and play defense up 9-0.
Zoller gets a hold of one with the wind back to the 34. Smith is going to look to return. Makes a nice spin move and falls forward before he's brought down by Cole Veal, but gets right around his average, maybe 10 yards on the return. And Southwest Baptist, after throwing an interception in the end zone on their last possession, will get field position starting at their own 44-yard line.
See what UIndy has dialed up here, what adjustments were made. You know, part of what happened in that last drive, Southwest Baptist got on a good rhythm on first down, and UIndy was kind of caught on their heels. So let's see if they come out and throw the ball again on first down with this drive.
Callis, throw left down the sideline, and that is going to be brought down by Collard. Just went over the top of Brandon Thomas, and it's 6'4", 225. Those are the kind of plays you can pull off from the wide receiver position. The senior from Simi Valley, California.
Well, so this is either 3 or 4 catches here for Collard, and it's a matter of they ran the motion away from him to make sure that he had single coverage and the safety couldn't get over the top of it.
Handoff to Carter against a run blitz, and he is going to be swallowed up at the line of scrimmage for, again, a minimal gain.
Brought down on the play by number 94, that's Steve Ogden for the Hounds.
And so Ogden, you know, gets credited with that tackle there. And as you look at the defensive line 2 deep here, he's listed as the 3rd defensive end. One of the things UIndy does really, really well, they rotate those defensive linemen so they get somebody on the field that's fresh all the time.
Deep toss down the left sideline to Collard again. Flag thrown, and the side judge is indicating offsides on UIndy. UIndy, one of the least.
Offsides. Defense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay. 2nd down.
One of the least penalized teams in the country, already has 3 tonight. Southwest Baptist, one of the most penalized teams in the country, is clean tonight. They've had 1 that was declined.
Well, I think UIndy was running an inside linebacker pressure there. And again, I think part of what helped Southwest Baptist on their previous drive is that they changed up the snap count a little bit. UIndy misjudged it and was offsides.
Southwest Baptist going with 2 tight ends on this play, Bryant Burns and Mason Bolin. But they're setting up Max Protect on the throw out to the right side. It is thrown to Kent, and he pulls it in on the sideline. Jordan Kent for a first down completion that brings Southwest Baptist into the red zone.
So you talked a little bit in the open. UIndy's starting corners at the beginning of the season. Both guys are out. So that formation, you're noting two tight ends. They're trying to ensure they're getting man-to-man coverage on the outside, and they're just isolating the corner and trying to win the one-on-one matchup.
This is this one pass out to the right, intended for Marcus Manuel Jr. and compete. And you're right. I mean, he's a little bit targeting those corners, and also Callis doesn't appear to be taking a lot of time right now. Maybe a step and a half, and then he's just lobbing it up the sidelines right now.
Yeah, he's throwing the outside vertical. The previous play that they hit, they did have a little play action there. He made sure that the linebackers and the safety stay inside for an extra count to make it a one-on-one ball.
Kent in motion. Handoff to Carter up the middle as he is hit from behind by Aaron Barnett. And the linebackers help clean it up. And now another 3rd and long for Southwest Baptist. The Bearcats 1 for 4 on 3rd down today.
Good job right there. Aaron Barnett was the unblocked defensive lineman. He did a good job of squeezing down the line of scrimmage and making the tackle and not allowing the quarterback to pull the ball and then run and try and get the ball on the perimeter.
Callis facing pressure in the backfield, gets away from Wilson. He'll throw back across his body deep into the back of the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Jordan Kent.
17-yard touchdown strike to number 23, Jordan Kent.
Callis, not known as much as a running quarterback than Kennett, but showed his mobility that time to get away from the pressure of Jalen Wilson. And then this was a rope across his body back against the defense to Kent in the back of the end zone.
Well, it was a really nice job of extending the play. As he avoided the sack, the coverage, just what happens is that play lengthens and the field condenses. It's easy for the defenders to get their eyes on the quarterback and lose sight of the receiver, and that's what happened right there. And he was able to sneak behind number 18, Cavante Houston, and catch the touchdown.
Southwest Baptist on the board for the first time tonight, 9-7 against UIndy. Tonight's game is brought to you by Aqua Systems, offering water softeners, drinking water systems, water purification, problem water solutions, and bottled water. Visit online at aquasystems.com. Aqua Systems, your home water experts. UIndy has kind of gotten the running game going a little bit, but the long 63-yard run, but Connor Kennett a little bit out of rhythm, 1 for 5, just has the one completion and has thrown an interception. What have you seen out of the youngster quarterback tonight, and maybe what things they could do to maybe get him back on rhythm a little bit along with the run game?
I would not be surprised to see some play action, little play action. See, kind of like Southwest Baptist did, where you go play action, make it one-on-one coverage out on the outside. We haven't seen, Alonzo Derrick had a huge game last week. Haven't really seen him featured much. I would expect to see maybe him get a couple calls here. Obviously, they're going to continue to try and run the football.
Short kick brought down by Gillum, and then a flag is thrown behind the play as they are kicking away from Jeremiah Lee, who averages 30 yards per return. As we're going to hear again from referee Alan Davis.
Holding, number 89. On return team, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down, UIndy.
That's Logan Caney on the hold. The 4th penalty for UIndy for 40 yards. They average only about 5 penalties per game.
Well, and this is going to be a good test. The offense has been inconsistent. We've had 3 plays of 15 yards plus, and everything else has been 5 yards or less. So this is the test here to see if they can get something consistently moving here. Right now your intent is to get 2 first downs and get this ball out close to midfield, and then see what you can do from there. But you got to get the first down.
McNeilis, the tight end, in motion. Handoff to Clinton, and he finds some room to work behind the right side of the line before he is brought down by Killian Carper for a first down run on first down.
And again, the same play that was a 63-yard touchdown, that was the same exact design. The only difference here was we've got 2 tight ends in the game, but we're running zone to the left, and Kevin McNeilis is supposed to be the cutoff guy on the right-hand side, and what Toriano ended up doing was just running right underneath McNeilis' block.
Lenny Bennett back in, sidecar right, and he'll get the handoff going to his left, looking for room along the left side before he is knocked out of bounds close to the sticks. Gain of 8, maybe 9 for Bennett.
So, there's 2 nice runs right in a row. One was inside zone, that one outside zone. And UIndy trying to feel out exactly what Southwest Baptist is trying to do.
2 yards to go.
You talk about the run, Colton Smith, a big middle linebacker, number 4, 6'2", 230. The outside linebackers, Scroggins and Louie, both kind of labeled as defensive backs, playing linebacker for Southwest Baptist. Handoff up inside to Bennett. And he's going to muscle forward and push forward and get another UIndy first down to the 37.
So nice little change up right there. The first down call to Clinton. McNeilis was the cutoff block there. He purposely avoided the defensive end. You saw Connor Kennett there after he gave the ball to Lenny. He's looking to run the ball himself. So trying to do some different things to the defensive end to throw him off and give him some different looks.
Clinton's backed in on this first down play. Play action. Thrown on a slant to Derek, and he'll bring it in before he's brought down by Scroggins, but that's a gain of 9 on first down to make it 2nd and 1.
So good run, good run, good run. Let's give it a little play action and give him a nice little throw to his favorite target from a week ago, Alonzo Derek. All right, and again, 2nd and 1. We like the playbook wide open right now, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, you mentioned that big game a week ago, 10 catches, 155 yards, and a touchdown, the game winner with 16 seconds left for Alonzo Derek last week in Columbus at Ohio Dominican. Hand off to Clinton on 2nd and short. He's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage by Brendan Smith, but he's able to fall forward, and it's good enough for another UIndy first down.
So they used the bunch formation right there to see how Southwest Baptist is going to align. Southwest Baptist gets a 4th guy, what we call outside of the box there, against the bunch. So we get the first down, but the guy that comes screaming down to make the tackle is the safety. So look for UIndy to get back into that formation and see if they play it the same way if it's a first down call.
Kellen Porter running back to the right of Kennett on first down. And he'll get the handoff and run straight ahead and bounce it out to the left. And big yardage for Porter, bringing it into Southwest Baptist territory down to the 32-yard line.
So the inside zone away from the tight end here, and Hand's in the game now. Running the play there away from Ethan Hand. He just has to cut off the end man on the line of scrimmage, and we've got everything else covered up, and we're doing a good job of getting to that big middle linebacker that you talked about, and UIndy's getting good positive yards on the inside zone play.
Quick throw out in the flat to Jeremiah Lee. Spin move, steps through another tackle, still on his feet, and gets down to the 21-yard line, a gain of 11. Scroggins unable to bring him down.
So again, a great compliment to what they're doing. Now that's off the wide zone action, and just the flash fake and then flip it out into the flat, and Jeremiah Lee breaks 2 tackles to make it a first down gain. Great run by Jeremiah Lee.
Hounds at the 20. Porter remains in at running back. It's a solid drive right now by the Greyhounds. Handoff to Porter, and he is swallowed up, but falls forward on the play. Colton Smith there to make the tackle. And also coming out, Nate Stelkin lost his helmet and will have to come out for a play.
So Ethan Hand's just a little late, and the defensive end got across his face and got enough of Kellen Porter there just to slow him down a little bit. That's still a 3-yard gain. Take that on first down.
Clinton will come back in. Jeremiah Lee will line up slot to the left. Derek, the lone wide receiver, on the right. Hand off to Clinton, going to his right. Spinning, still on his feet, headed toward the pylon, and Clinton is in. 42nd. 43rd rushing touchdown of his career, another new school record.
So they're running the counter play there. You can see Ethan Hand. You saw Kednell Alexis is the kick out guy. Ethan Hand's going to be the lead blocker. Here's the thing that we can't see in either one of these 2 clips. Alonzo Derek was the wide receiver singled up on the boundary side. And after the game he had last week, you can see Southwest Baptist had both the corner and the safety over the top. So now that safety's not a run fitter, and he's not aggressive downhill. He comes late to the party. and Toriano Clinton's able to break the tackle and in for the touchdown. But really nice formation design by the UIndy offensive staff to put Alonzo Derrick down there where 2 defenders are going to take care of him and then run the ball at that same side.
Colin Seymour converts. It's 16-7 Greyhounds on the ISC and GLVC Sports Network.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Toriano Clinton goes 17 yards as he has broken the 100-yard mark this evening. 9 carries, 127 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Increases UIndy's lead back to 9, 16-7 over the Bearcats of Southwest Baptist. Seymour will kick off. This will be a low kick off the hand of Jordan Kent and rolls out of bounds at the 7-yard line, and that is where Southwest Baptist will start their drive. What makes Prairie Farms milk and dairy products so tasty? It's very simple. Quality comes first using milk sourced directly from Indiana farms. You can be sure that every time you purchase Prairie Farms products, you're helping local farm families. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. That's been the Prairie Farms way for over 80 years. Prairie Farms is Indiana's farmer-owned dairy.
Well, so the line drive kick downwind, you're kind of like, you use the wind, knock it into the end zone. Look what happens. Maybe they knew. Maybe that was part of the scouting report. He doesn't handle the ball off the ground very well. Let's see if we can get it on the ground and see what happens. But good things here. Good thing happened for the Hounds.
Callis, throw out to his right. That's Kent. Spins away from one man and then is brought down after a gain of 8.
So the early plan from Southwest Baptist, we're going to run it on first down. We're going to establish the run. Now they're going to throw, I think, on first down and try to use some play-action passing to help them set up their run game.
Yeah, the run game still really hasn't gotten going. Abel Carter, 9 carries, 9 yards for the 4th leading rusher in the country. He'll see it on this play and runs right into the middle of the line, and nothing is happening. Maybe a half yard to set up 3rd and short.
Southwest Baptist used the bunch formation there. They ran it into the short side of the field. UIndy doesn't remove a guy from the box and is able to stop the run.
Well, we've mentioned a few times, Dennison and Jones hasn't been a lot of movement to get those defensive tackles out of the way either, as they've held strong. And here on 3rd and short, UIndy will stick in the base 4-3 as the Bearcats face a 3rd and 2. They're 2 of 5 on 3rd down. Fake the handoff. Callis throws to the sideline to his left, and a lot of hand fighting, but no call. Collard looks back to the side judge, but that's kind of what he said, gave the hand motion that both guys were doing it, let them play, and UIndy forces 4th down.
But that kind of tips your hand a little bit to what Southwest Baptist, it's 3rd and 2. They don't feel like they can run for 2 yards, and they feel like right now their best offense is the one-on-one matchups out on the outside against the inexperienced UIndy corners. UIndy wins that battle right there. Great job on the pass breakup by number 11, Carice Crawford.
Crawford, the transfer, spent 4 years at NAIA Siena Heights. Solid punt that time by the Bearcats. 42 yards by Logan Turner. UIndy will still take over, and it's 38, and an opportunity with a 9-point lead to really kind of stretch this out. UIndy got the opening kickoff, so Southwest Baptist will start with the ball in the 3rd quarter.
It would be nice, obviously, your intent here is to get points on the board on this drive, but it'd be nice to eat up some clock as well. You've got the wind. let's go get points and force Southwest Baptist to try to go the distance of the field into the win.
Yeah, these are two of the top 4 teams in the country in time of possession. Southwest Baptist is second in the country at 35 minutes per game. UIndy is 4th at 34 minutes per game. So both these teams are teams that like to control the ball. But Southwest Baptist, unable to run it so far, really hasn't. Kennett will go on the keeper, goes to his left and will get 3 yards.
Quarterback keeper for UIndy.
I think he just misread it. So it's a design quarterback run. They take Clinton across and to try to get some movement from the linebackers, and then they run a quarterback counter back. And I think he just missed. They were running the dart play. Right tackle there was number 76, Ryan Ritchie. Ryan went inside, or went outside, and Connor tried to run underneath him, and he should have stayed right behind him.
Clinton straight up the middle. He's grabbed onto by Nate Stelkin that slowed his momentum down, the defensive tackle, but he gets UIndy in position for a 3rd and 2. Also, the officials will call time.
We have an official's timeout for an injured player.
Yeah, that's Clinton still.
And both players.
Helmet came off. Ishmael Sousa, the junior from Kona, Hawaii, was on top of him. And we'll see, and I think they're not going to make Clinton come out of the game even though his helmet came off. Ishmael Sousa,
The player does not need to
6'2".
leave for one play.
There it is. Doesn't need to leave.
So that was a little
interesting.
Little insert run with Ethan Hand, where they base. They've been running a lot of that zone play where he's the cutoff guy. Then they took him and they tried to read the defensive end. Then they just locked the tackle. So doing some interesting stuff there.
Hand off to Clinton. He's brought down by Smith right at the line, but I think it's going to be good enough for UIndy to get the yardage they need. First down, Hounds.
Nice job up front. You run that outside that wide zone play, and all you're looking to do is you're just trying to create a lane for your running back, and he stays on it and he stays patient. At the end, number 4, really good linebacker, right? You've talked about him, Colton Smith. He fills the hole, but it's not enough to keep him from a 3-yard gain.
He had 160 tackles last year. So you can't get that many in a video game. Porter back in, but instead Kennett keeps it this time and goes to his right and rushes for 12 yards before he's tripped by Brendan Smith. Fake worked on me.
Well, and I think he read this one. Again, they're doing a nice job of changing up their looks on that defensive end from where they're blocking him with the tight end or the H-back. They've locked the tackle on him. And I think right there they read him again, and Connor saw him squeeze on the running back. He pulls it and runs by him for a 10-yard gain.
Hounds to the Bearcats, 40. Deep throw to Heltzy, and that is caught. He's brought down after a gain of 18 yards. Rory Heltzy, the freshman from Gibson Southern.
Really nice job here of attacking that cover 2, where 21, the corner's sitting low, and the safety's over the top, and Heltzy runs we call it the hole route. He comes inside, forces the safety to stay vertical on his hash, and then breaks it back to the sideline. And nice throw by Connor Kennett inside almost inside the red zone here.
That might have been his best throw of the night so far to get the Hounds to the 22 of Southwest Baptist. Bennett will take the carry and just run right into the line. Flag comes down on the far sideline.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 minute in the backfield. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. First down.
One of the tight ends wasn't on. One of them should have been on the line of scrimmage there. It looks like both of them were in the backfield.
5th penalty for UIndy for 45 yards. The Bearcats still no accepted penalties. UIndy as we near 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Stick with us. We'll have a sit-down interview that Toriano Clinton had with UIndy TV at halftime, so stick with us for that during the halftime show. Bennett again, running to his right, behind right tackle, steps through a couple tackles and powers his way down to the 11-yard line, a gain of 16 for Lenny Bennett and a first down.
That's a big run after the penalty. And again, they're just running the wide zone play. Good job there. Number 69, Austin Keel, the center. Huge block on the reach block, getting to the 3 technique. He gets him hooked, and now everybody's just able to reach and run, and Lenny Bennett stays on it and takes the outside zone out there for 16 yards.
Short field, UIndy does have all 3 timeouts. Hand off to Bennett again on the run, outside right tackle, powering forward, and he's into the end zone. Lenny Bennett, touchdown Greyhounds.
Same play, little different presentation. First time they ran it with the 3-by to the field, so you had the tight end to the field. Here, they set the same formation to the field, motion the tight end over, and then run the outside zone again, and just do a great job that right side of the line. Zach Clark, Ryan Ritchie, and then tight end Kevin McNeilis in the game. Just did a nice job collapsing that whole right side, and Lenny's able to keep it to the right, Lenny Bennett, and into the end zone. Great job up front.
The freshman Colin Seymour will come on and tack on the extra point. 2:13 remaining until halftime, and the number 14 ranked Greyhounds have extended their lead to 22-7 on the ISC and GLVC Sports Network.
Meet Kate. She has a lot to juggle. Family, work, it can lead to trying days and tired nights. But we know Kate, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know at some point her space at a premium life may change. IMCU is here to help Kate and you find your space. Now, add on or remodel with an introductory rate of 1.9% APR on a home equity line of credit. Today, it's all about Kate. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Back in my day, the entertainment at the football games was Uncle Larry playing his banjo in the back of the van. Go Hounds!
62 yards, 3 minutes.
Lenny Bennett goes 11 yards around right tackle for his first touchdown of the season to push the UIndy lead to 23-7. We haven't seen much of Lenny this season through the first 3 games, but he's been a key part of this game so far. The 5'10", 193-pound sophomore out of Fort Wayne Snyder High School. 5 carries, 43 yards. Seymour kicks off to Kent, who'll take it at the 11, now trying to cross field. Puts his hand down to keep his balance, and then brought down just short of the 30 by Bridger Bolos.
So this first down play, I think, is really important here for Southwest Baptist, and it's going to kind of give us an idea of what their thought is, knowing that they're going to get the ball to start the second half. How aggressive are they going to be on this first down call right here? And if they are really conservative, I wouldn't be surprised to see UIndy use some timeouts here and see if they might get the ball back. If they can limit, keep them from getting a first down and then have a shot to get some more points before the half.
As you can see on the bars on the graphic, UIndy has all 3 timeouts. The Bearcats with 2. Carter running to the right side, and as it's been all night, his 11th carry, maybe 2 yards. So give him 11 carries for 12 yards so far this evening as they pile guys up. Tonight's game brought to you by Gordon Flesh, business technology managed. Visit at gflesh.com. They gave him 2, so it'll be a 2nd and 8 for Southwest Baptist. 90 seconds remaining in the half. Hand off to Carter again up the middle. And the linebackers, Guerriere and Brown, the safety, and Schulte bring him down short of the first down. It'll be a 3rd and 3, clock still running for the Bearcats.
Yeah, they blitzed both Honeyus and Guerriere there, trying to catch him in the backfield.
Not a lot of urgency right here, as we're under a minute now remaining in the half, 9 on the play clock. Hand off to Carter up the middle. He fights forward, and he is not going to get it. Aaron Barnett and Michael Brown. And then the whistle blows, and we get a timeout. You were calling for it immediately, Dave, for UIndy to call the timeout there.
What? I was looking at Coach Keevers, and I thought he was going to.
This is their first charge of the half.
Wave it off there. But my thought is this. I mean, it's not terribly windy, but what wind there is, they're going to punt it into
They're punting into it, yeah.
Which means you're going to have it to kick. You didn't have to burn any timeouts prior to this play, so you're going to have 2 offensively. They moved the ball 80 yards last week in about a minute 10, so and they shouldn't have to go 80 yards here if we can catch the punt in the air. I just thought, I was surprised that he didn't call it as soon as the play was whistled dead.
An interesting play there. Knowing they were getting the ball to start the second half, certainly didn't see a sense of urgency there out of Southwest Baptist to try and perhaps do the double up and try and score to end the half, knowing you're going to get the ball to come out. They were content to try and again, strategy might have been different if they had broken a run and gotten 10 yards on first down, but they never really got ahead of the sticks. And when they didn't break one of those runs.
Yeah, I mean, there's the inner chess match that goes on with the coaches and the clock is always, we can always sit up here and say, well, what if? But I agree with you. They were going conservative about it. They thought UIndy was going to let them go to the half, and Coach Keevers goes, well, wait a second. We got 2 timeouts in 35 seconds. Let's see what we can get here. Go catch it in the air.
A short one, end over end, but it's going to bounce back, and falling on it are the Bearcats. UIndy will get it at the 37-yard line. So
I think that's a bad play. That even if it goes backwards, the clock's going to run. So the further, or to me, the longer the clock runs, maybe the better off you're going to be.
Yeah, Derek was a little defensive there. He was protecting against maybe a 40-yard punt instead of being up for maybe a 30-yard punt that he could run in and catch on the fly. And then if he did bomb one somehow into the wind, you live with it and let it go over your head.
And you go to halftime.
So 2 timeouts, 29 seconds left. UIndy at their 37. Kennett will pass, flag on the play. Throw over the middle is incomplete, looking for Ransom. This was thrown immediately in the false starter formation.
Looks like somebody's in the neutral zone.
Illegal formation. 77, offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
That's the left tackle, Tyler Rohde.
He's saying he's lined up.
It's been lined up in the back, not on the
I'm guessing he's lined up too deep because the way he wouldn't have been lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah. First and 15 now as the Hounds are pushed back to the 32. Lost 6 seconds on that play. Kennett against a 3-man rush. He'll roll out to his left. Rolling. Player comes up and he is dropped. That is Jeremiah Scroggins, and now UIndy is just going to let the clock roll. Maybe one more play for a Hail Mary with 5 seconds. 4, 3, and they're not going to get a playoff. UIndy gets the timeout, gets the opportunity to try and do something. A penalty, and then good coverage by the Bearcats. The Hounds aren't able to move the ball.
That is the end of the first half.
But after Southwest Baptist had cut the UIndy lead to 2 at 9-7, the Hounds answer with back-to-back touchdowns, Clinton and Bennett, and they push the lead back out to 23-7. It's homecoming at the University of Indianapolis. Stick with us. We'll be back with our Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show. Have a sit-down interview with Toriano Clinton doing UIndy TV, some women's golf story for you, and much, much more. That's coming up next on the Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show.
Back in my day, the entertainment at the football games was Uncle Larry playing his banjo in the back of the van. Go Hounds!
Hello everybody, welcome into Last Call. A bit different setup for the show today. I'm joined with Toriano Clinton, fresh off breaking the rushing all-time record at UIndy. Pretty impressive performance you had. Took 3 touchdowns to get the win against Ohio Dominican. Walk me through, as you broke that all-time rushing mark, now you're number 1 on the list, probably the best running back ever to come through the program. Walk me through the emotions pregame and then as you're kind of working up to that yard number 42.
Honestly, I forgot all about the record. Just being honest, I kind of not try to focus so heavy on those because I just don't want it to distract me from what's overall important. While yes, this accomplishment is big to me, it means a lot to me, but overall, you know, the aspect of the team is more important to me. So just being able to get the team victory, that was one. You know, having this on top of that was just another plus. I did remember that I did have about 40-something yards to get there. It didn't really hit me until after the game, but just to see my parents, how happy my mom and dad and stepdad were, like, it made me feel good.
So you broke the record on that 3rd touchdown from 12 yards, kind of a storybook way to get it, the touchdown to give you that. Did you keep the ball from that score? Or did you have, you said you didn't really know, so you didn't really get to celebrate that till after the game, right?
Yeah, so Kyrus, after when we got in our huddle and we broke down, he actually made a big announcement that also I didn't know he was gonna do. But he gave me the game ball, so they're gonna get it all touched up and I'm gonna give it to my parents. So.
That's pretty spectacular. How was the celebration like after the game on the bus ride when you got back to Indy? How was it celebrating?
My phone has been nonstop. My phone has been nonstop since the game.
By me as well. I apologize for blowing that out.
No, it's not a problem. I just appreciate it. Like I said in an earlier interview, like this is not just all on me. You know, this is UIndy. This is my coaches, my teammates, my linemen and receivers, because they block like no other. I couldn't ask for a better group to work with. Just everybody who's kind of been along the ride with me. Like, this is not just me, you know. It's been a lot of ups and downs. I've had people who were on the team and not on the team pick me up in hard times and, you know, just tell me, like, you know, just stay focused. You got this. So It's not just me. This is UIndy. I'm just the one that's taking over the face for it, I guess, you know.
Sure.
But it goes deeper than just me. It goes deeper than football. It's like literally it's everybody who has helped me along my journey.
I love that. It was after, I believe, your 3rd touchdown. We caught you on the sideline going up to the linemen and telling them thank you for blocking the way they did. So it definitely makes sense.
That was my boy. I got something they don't know, but like I got something special lined up for after the season for those guys. So
that's pretty exciting. So you're not the traditional record-breaking running back where you come in from day one and you're putting up yards all 4 years. It kind of took you a little bit further. You had Al McKellar, who broke some records of his own, currently number 1 on the all-time rushing touchdown list. How much did he help you?
When I first came in as a freshman, I knew about Al. I have this cycle that I've kind of been going through all my life where there's always somebody, you know, ahead at the moment, which is not putting me down. You know, I find myself loving it more now because it gives myself a challenge. When I came in, Al was like a brother to me. Him, T. Lee, Gavin, all those guys, they took me in, showed me the way, showed me the ropes, and I'm grateful for them. I still talk to Al to this day. He was actually just up here. I love Al, everything about him, the way he plays ball. He actually taught me that, yeah, I'm a speed back, but I can also get, you know, I can get in the trenches if I need to, you know. Having him as someone to look up to really was able to push me because I'm a competitor first, you know. We brothers, but I'm gonna compete, you know. I'm not gonna make it easy on you. He definitely didn't make it easy on me, but that's iron sharpening iron, you know what I mean? So I love Al, love his family. We're always close, and we're just gonna keep it pushing.
So I know you said that you don't keep track of this as much, but as far as at UIndy all-time rushing touchdowns, you're 1 away from Al's record. You're tied first for total touchdowns. Got a homecoming game this coming weekend. You're going to have all the home crowd there. It's going to be big festivities. What would it mean to break that record for the community here, everyone to see that at home?
I think for me, I've always considered myself kind of like a shadow player. And it's not to get like emotional, but it just feels good to see all the work that I put in day out actually being surfaced, you know. All my life, like I said, it's always been somebody I've had to beat out or compete with, or it's just somebody who's just as good but older, you know. Like, that's been my life since I was a kid, and it's made me not afraid to compete. It's made me not afraid of competition, and it gives me something to look forward to. But I feel like that's how life should be. It's always going to be somebody better or maybe the same level but older. Someone's always going to have that advantage on you. But what are you going to do when it's your time, you know what I mean? I can't look back and say, well, he did this, so I have to know. I'm still me, And that's why I've always kept my number throughout all the years that I've been here, because I don't want to be nobody else. I want to be me. I've made a lot of good things happen with this number. This number is nothing but a blessing to me, so I'm going to rep it until I'm done with it.
You can imagine there's not going to be a lot many more Hounds wearing that number once you graduate. Thanks again for joining us. More next.
Race-Gilman Buick GMC truck was just awarded GMC Dealer of the Year. Come see why. And drive away in a new Buick Encore for just $129 a month. Lease a new GMC Terrain for only $229 a month. Or get a third-row Acadia for as little as $229 a month.
Get your next SUV from the GMC Dealer of the Year, Race-Gilman Buick GMC truck.
2 great locations, US 31 South
or I-465 and East Washington Street, or racegilmancars.com.
Homecoming at the University of Indianapolis as the 14th ranked Greyhounds used back-to-back touchdowns in the second quarter to extend their lead to 23-7 at halftime over Southwest Baptist in the Great Lakes Valley Conference opener for both of these schools. This is the Race-Gilman Auto Group halftime show. Thank you again to Nathaniel Finch from UIndy TV for that sit-down interview earlier this week with UIndy's record-setting running back Toriano Clinton. Another outstanding honor coming earlier this fall for the University of Indianapolis women's golf program, as UIndy All-American Anna Kramer was presented with the Kim Moore Spirit Award by the Women's Golf Coaches Association. Of course, Kim Moore, a UIndy alum, the U.S. Adaptive Open champion this year, and also the women's golf coach at Division I Western Michigan University. Here is a short video from that day at Prairie View Golf Club earlier this fall.
Last spring was one of the toughest in the many years of our program for me as a coach, as we had a fifth-year senior meet with me to discuss some major adversities she was facing in her life. This adversity ended up taking away the one thing she stayed a fifth year for, and that was simply to compete in this game that we love. Sorry. However, we all realize that the game we love so much, that we give so much energy to and care so much about, was not as important as the bigger game of life. While many people and players in her situation would have given up on the game and the season, this young lady didn't. Even though the choice was made to leave Indianapolis while she received the professional assistance she needed, she never once stopped leading our team from afar, never once stopped providing leadership to our younger players, and never once stopped being a great and caring teammate to our players. Because this award is voted on and given at the end of this season, I felt today was a perfect opportunity for all of us to see what toughness looks like. We'd like to present the award here on the putting green, and I truly appreciate you guys all joining us to do so. It gives me great honor, and I love welcoming her back to Indianapolis and seeing her teammates. Welcome back to Prairie View, the well-deserved honoree of the 2022 Kim Moore Spirit Award, UIndy's Anna Kramer.
I mean, it's an honor to get the award, even after, the spring that I ended up having, and just getting it from her and having coach here and having like Casey, who was my assistant like all 4 years, having her be here, and just with my teammates and everything, and getting the award at the course where like my college career started. It's kind of like getting that final closure that I was never able to get in the spring, so it's just kind of like full circle, and yeah, just super blessed to be here.
Yeah, pretty emotional, and kind of lost it there when I was introducing Anna, but to have two great award honorees like that come here and accept the award in front of all these players, it means a lot to me and our program. It's so special to have Kim here to present an award that's named after her. She played here in '99 to 2003, and then to have one of our players win the award again. It's a pretty special day for us.
I mean, every year it's just super humbling to, have the award named after me, and see the recipients every year. And I mean, obviously this past season, it's even more special when it's, you know, a Greyhound and, you know, my alma mater, and to be asked to come back and present that to her. I mean, a person with such strong work ethic and a great attitude, and you know, overcome so much. I mean, she's the perfect example of what the award's about, and I'm just honored every year to be able to have my name on that trophy, and regardless if I can give it out or not, but it's just extra special to be able to do that with her.
And thank you for that. Again, a huge honor for UIndy All-American Anna Kramer to receive the Kim Moore Spirit Award, again named after UIndy alum Kim Moore. Women's golf is in season, playing some of their fall events. We're getting close to the end of that before they take a break before the spring season. Men's golf, swimming and diving was in action today at Cincinnati, but a lot of sports, not just football, going on as it is homecoming weekend here at the University of Indianapolis, and it all started yesterday afternoon with soccer here at Key Stadium, where the University of Indianapolis men's soccer team defeated Quincy 4-0, and the University of Indianapolis women's soccer team drew with the Hawks of Quincy 2-2. The men's soccer team earlier here in halftime receiving their rings from their run to the NCAA Division II National Championship game a season ago. A great season 1 year ago for the UIndy men's soccer team. 3-2-3, 1-2-2 in the GLVC here in 2022, and the women 2-3-4, 1-1-3 in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Volleyball also in action this weekend, also against Quincy, but on the road, and a huge win last night for the University of Indianapolis as they went on the road to 14-0, 25th ranked Quincy, and knocked off and handed the Hawks their first loss of the season, a 3-0 shutout of Quincy at Pepsi Arena over in Illinois. So UIndy got that huge win and then bounced back today with a 5-set win at Truman, 3-2. So UIndy volleyball beginning to get on a bit of a roll. They're 10-6 overall on the season, and now 3-2 in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Also, the fall portion of the tennis schedule has been taking place, and UIndy has had some success there, as 2 weeks ago the UIndy men hosted the Intercollegiate Tennis Association Midwest Regional here in Indianapolis, and Tom Zook and Edgar Destuet were the doubles champions, earning the Midwest bid to the ITA Cup that will start October 12th in Rome, Georgia. And then wrapping up earlier this week on Monday up at Grand Valley in Michigan, UIndy women's tennis team was in action, and Anna Novakova and Sofia Sharanova won the doubles championship for the women. This actually the second year in a row that Anna has been part of the Midwest Regional doubles team, so UIndy will be bringing men's and women's Midwest Region doubles champions to Rome, Georgia on October 12th to participate in the ITA Cup. Also notable on the women's side, Leah Kakarevich was the singles runner-up. So Malik Tabay has his Greyhounds, who again have been so good of late. Last year the women finished tied for third in the country, making it at the national semis, losing to Central Oklahoma, and the men made it to the national quarterfinals, losing to Barry. So big things again, and it appears another good team in store for Malik Tabay and the University of Indianapolis men's and women's tennis squads. This is the Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show. Halftime on the south side as games continue here for homecoming at the University of Indianapolis. We'll take a break and we'll come back. Dave Burton will join me again, and we'll talk about that first half where UIndy took a 23-7 lead into the locker room here on the ISC and GLVC Sports Networks.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you drive your dream. Now get financing as low as 3.49% APR on a new or used vehicle. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Back in my day, it was about family here at the University of Indianapolis. And you know what? It still is. Go Hounds!
Portillo's is unbelievably excited to serve their famous Chicago-style street food in Indianapolis on US 31, just south of Stop 11 Road. We are looking for top dogs to get paid daily, have a flexible work schedule, and will get free shift meals. Apply at portillos.com/careers.
Listen, do you hear that? I get here early so I can enjoy some peace and tranquility, but not anymore. Before very long, there'll be a bunch of families here, and there'll be a bunch of rugrats running around, ruining what used to be a wonderful, quiet place. But oh no, the Hound Pound Nation will be here. They'll be raising havoc. This place will be bedlam before very long. I wanted to enjoy myself and have a great, peaceful moment before this game starts. But you know what? It's really worth it. Go Hounds!
As you can see here at halftime, some fans have filtered back out into tailgate town for homecoming. UIndy leading 23-7, the 14th ranked team in the country, building a nice lead. As this is the Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show, Matt Holmes along with former Greyhound quarterback David Burton, as we want now time to bring you the houndgear.com halftime highlights. And there were quite a few in the first half of play between UIndy and Southwest Baptist. Bearcats with an early touchdown answering UIndy's start. Cooper Callis on the move and throwing into the back of the end zone from Jordan Kent. But from there, UIndy kind of taking over. They got the safety that you're about to see here from Dylan Shelton. And then from there, Dave, the running game really kind of started to take over.
Yeah, UIndy, I think decided we're going to do what we do best. And there you see this little inside zone. And once Torrey Clinton gets into the secondary on that second level of the defense, if you don't square him up to make the tackle, he's going to make you miss. The second touchdown, just a really nice job, bounces off there on the outside zone. And again, you got to square him up. Lenny Bennett here, same outside zone principle. And again, just if you're going to arm tackle these UIndy backs, they're going to fall forward for extra yards. And in this case, you're down inside the red zone, they're going to fall forward for touchdowns.
And rush offense and rush defense for UIndy, kind of the story of the first half. As we take a look at the free enterprise system halftime statistics, the Hounds rushing for 227 yards in the first half and holding Southwest Baptist to only 4. Huge, one turnover each team. But again, rush offense, UIndy really wanted to run the ball, control the clock, and stop a Southwest Baptist team that features the 4th leading rusher in the country, Abel Carter. And Carter, 13 carries, they've tried to get him going. He's only got 18 yards and then some negative yards on sacks, hence the reason they only have 4 through a half.
UIndy's done a tremendous job. The defensive line, if they're not making the tackle, they're occupying offensive linemen and allowing the inside linebackers, Honius and Guerriere, to make tackles at or near the line of scrimmage and really have forced Southwest Baptist to try to throw the ball on first down. Southwest Baptist has had some success in creating one-on-one matchups on the outside against some inexperienced cornerbacks for UIndy. But I think Coach Keevers and his staff are saying that's not going to be sustainable for you, because at some point you're going to have to run the football against us. And I think they believe, Coach Cooper and Coach Keevers believe, that Southwest Baptist isn't going to be able to do that today.
Some other stats from the first half, and we mentioned the rushing, that 227 for UIndy. Clinton, 11 carries, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had the big 63-yard run you saw, averaging 12 yards per carry. Lenny Bennett, 5 carries, 43 yards and a touchdown. Connor Kennett, 5 carries, 24 yards. Saw him a little bit more today, some of the run-pass option, RPO stuff where he's kept it a few times. And Kellen Porter, a couple nice runs, 2 carries, 23 yards. Kennett, 4 completions on 8 attempts, 58 yards, his first interception of the season. In fact, the first turnover all year for UIndy. and it's been spread out. Towns 1 catch, Heltzy 1 catch, Lee and Derrick each with 1 catch. For the Bearcats, Abel Carter, as we mentioned, the 4th leading rusher in the country, has been held to 18 yards on 13 carries. Cooper Callis, efficient, 8 of 12, but for only 89 yards, an interception and a touchdown. His favorite targets, Curtis Cullard, 3 catches, 42 yards. Jordan Kent, 3 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown for him. 3rd down, Southwest Baptist has been in a lot of 3rd and longs. They're 2 of 7. UIndy, maybe something that they could do better in the second half, just 1 of 5 on 3rd down, and a slight advantage in time of possession for the Greyhounds, 16-20 to 13-40. So we turn it back over to the former quarterback and the coach, Dave Burton, for our Gordon Flesh coaches corrections. I mentioned it, things that UIndy talked about, that you think they talked about in the locker room to maintain this lead and try and walk out of here tonight 4-0.
I think the first thing they're going to do is they're going to continue to key defensively on that interior, and if they can force the ball outside and make them beat us one-on-one on the outside, I like our chances. Offensively, you know, you would like to be a little bit more efficient in the pass game. 4 of 8, 50%, but the way we're running the football, we've got to be able to play action a little bit as well. So I would say look for some easy early throws, early down throws for Connor Kennett here in the second half as we continue to pound them really with the run. It's not a matter of establishing the run. We've done that. It's a matter of pound them with the run and then give your redshirt freshman quarterback some easy throws.
As we mentioned, it is homecoming here at University of Indianapolis. The Hounds on quite a streak on homecoming. They have won 10 in a row on homecoming and 14 of the last 15. Also, let's take a look as well. We mentioned this is the opening weekend of the season for conference play in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. The Hounds, the preseason favorite to win their 8th GLVC championship. Already 1 game in the books today. McKendree, which UIndy will travel to McKendree next week. They won their GLVC opener at William Jewell 45-34. And the other game going on in the Great Lakes Valley Conference tonight is in Rolla, Missouri. Quincy is at Missouri S&T, but the Hounds next week go to McKendree. The other Bearcats, the other purple and white Bearcats in the GLVC. McKendree is now 4-1 and 1-0 in conference play. 23-7 is your halftime score. We'll wrap up the Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show. And when we come back, it'll be the second half from Key Stadium on the ISC and GLVC Sports Network.
Remember, when it comes to pedestrian safety, Greyhounds don't have 9 lives. No mascots or linebackers were harmed in the making of this video.
Back in my day, we didn't tailgate. We stood in the rain for 3 hours watching the grass grow, and we liked it. Go Hounds!
At Aqua Systems, we believe in one simple idea, that it should be easy to get great water. That's why we provide a hassle-free sales process with money-back guarantees and the best warranties anywhere, all on equipment made in the USA. In fact, at Aqua Systems, we make it so easy to fix your home's water that 9 out of 10 people who shop with us buy from us. Contact Aqua Systems today. You'll love your water.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
About to get the second half started here at Key Stadium. Number 14, UIndy leading Southwest Baptist 23-7. Dave, Robert Clardy, head coach for Southwest Baptist, what do you think his message was to his Bearcats in the locker room?
Well, I think they did a pretty good job in the first half of containing UIndy. UIndy had a couple of really big plays, and then maybe one really good drive. That last drive that Bennett scored on was just a real consistent. They used a little bit of run, a little bit, or a lot of run, a little bit of pass. But I think, they've talked at halftime. They've got to go get points here on this drive. How do they get points? How can they create some space in the run game without just relying on that pass game that we talked about to the outside receivers?
Colin Seymour booms it into the end zone as he kicked it away from Kent and kicked towards the secondary kick returner, Roderick Weaver, and it went over his head. So 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line to start the second half for Southwest Baptist. Again, they tried to get the run going, as we mentioned, behind Abel Carter, averaging 146 yards rushing per game. He had 173 against Texas Permian Basin, 175 against Findlay, but so far just 18 yards tonight. So maybe more of Cooper Callis here in the second half for Southwest Baptist. They'll hand off on the first play, trying to get Carter a little wide out to the right, and finds a little bit more space to get 4 yards on first down. Michael Brown wraps him up around the ankles.
Yeah, he used a little wide zone action. A lot of what they had run in the first half was mid zone or inside zone. There they tried to work it a little bit further to the outside. They used a little running back motion to get him a different look.
This is while they play a lot of 4 wide receiver, 1 back, Southwest Baptist is a team that wants to run the clock. Again, 2nd in the country in time of possession, even out of this kind of spread formation. Callis deep down the right sideline, and it is overthrown over the head out of bounds of Kylan Herrera, covered by Brandon Thomas.
Yeah, so again, they've got 3 receivers towards us, and that's 1 receiver up to the short side of the field where he's isolated, and they're trying to take a shot there one-on-one. 2nd and 6. That tells me they've got a good 3rd and 6 play that they're going to dial up right here, something they think they can reach the first down with.
Number 17, Deshaun Harewood in the nickel package. Redshirt freshman from Clayton, Ohio. Callis lobbing it high over the head, just never really able to set his feet, looking for Preston Carson, covered by the safety Cavante Houston. And Dave, one of the things defensively you were looking for UIndy to try and keep the momentum of the first half was a 3 and out, and they answered the bell, forcing 3 and out by the Southwest Baptist.
And that was after a very, a good first down play, 4 yards on first down. I'm surprised they took the shot on 2nd and 6. I thought we might see same play the other way, or just a repeat of that same play, see if they get themselves in 3rd and 2.
Short punt, and Derrick runs forward and pulls it down. UIndy will have very good starting field position on their first drive of the 3rd quarter at their own 41-yard line. Wind still looks like it's going pretty good out there, as UIndy will have the wind at their back here in the 3rd quarter, so also an opportunity maybe to stretch this lead before Southwest Baptist will get the wind at their back for the pivotal 4th quarter.
Yeah, I would expect UIndy to run possibly a counter play, but more than likely the inside zone play to the left.
McNeilis is the tight end in motion.
Nope, they're running wide zone to the left after the motion.
Behind the left tackle, gets forward. Colton Smith brings him down, but 8 yards on first down for Clinton.
Yeah, shifted Kevin McNeilis over to the left side, and then they just run the wide zone. All the linemen are working hard to the gap outside their left hand there, and really nice job of getting, I talked about it, Austin Keel, and getting that 3 technique to his side reached. And as soon as that happens, you're out the gate and you're going to create something for Toriano Clinton.
Fake the handoff. Kennett deep over the middle of the field, looking for his man, and incomplete to Alonzo Derrick, broken up by the safety, Matt Locker.
I really like that play call right there. It's 2nd and 1, same exact action. Motion across, fake it, and then you get him behind him. And I think, you know, perfect world, you talk about that throw. If it doesn't get caught, it lands on the hash. It's just a little bit inside the hash. You know, pretty good throw.
Derrick had it beat. A little,
he had
a little higher, he could run under it.
Or thrown a little sooner so he doesn't have to throw it as far.
3rd and short. Handoff to Clinton behind left guard. And where they're coming in on the spot, I think this is going to be short.
Oh, he's got it easy here, Matt. Have faith.
I had faith on the run until the side judge ran in.
Yeah.
And 4th down is what Alan Davis is indicating. I thought it was not a very generous spot based on what I thought he pushed well across to the 49. He needs the Baptist 49.
I mean, just looking at it, I thought he was there as well, but.
You know what? Yeah, I think that is a good.
Just a little short. This is a good call here.
UIndy being aggressive, going for it on 4th down. Handoff to Clinton, going to his left, runs into the line, and I don't think he got it. Tried to stretch it out. The linebacker Louis is over there, along with Souza. They might, I mean, it's almost at the exact same spot it was where they started the play. They needed the 49, and it's short of the 49. They're going to measure it, but I think you're right.
He's short.
I think Southwest Baptist is going to hold strong here with a 4th down stop. As they've only allowed 2 conversions on 4th down in 5 attempts this year. As Southwest Baptist and UIndy this season was just 2 of 5 on 4th down.
I think he's about a football short.
And momentum shifts to the Bearcats with a huge 4th down stop at midfield.
Let's see what they do here, how aggressive they are on this 1st down call.
Yeah, on top of him, that's Ishmael Souza, the 6'2 junior from Kailua Kona, Hawaii.
Oh my, did you see that spot?
I did.
Where the ball was in Clinton's arms, they moved it back.
I always get the NFL and college rules confused. When it's not the end zone, it's more the knee. Callis will back shoulder throw along the far sideline again. Looking for Herrera that time, and again incomplete.
But I think right now they think that's their best offense is the outside one-on-one.
Well, and they've liked to go to Collard, number 3, who's on the near. He's matched up with Crawford, but at least so far this half, it's Herrera against Thomas, who they've targeted twice so far. Thomas, the redshirt freshman. And again, Crawford, new to UIndy, but a very experienced player. He's in his 5th year of college football after spending 4 years at Siena Heights up in Michigan. Handoff to Carter, some nifty quick feet up inside, and he muscles forward and up to the UIndy 40-yard line, and he's going to get a 1st down.
That's a really nice run. He's just patient and let it develop. Good balance. He shrugs off a couple hits right here and just keeps the legs churning for a 10-yard run.
Heck of a block by the left tackle there. Demi Oyesanya, number 62, helping to clear room for Carter. Again, a junior from Carson City, Nevada. And again, not only does he run for a lot of yards, he's 10th in the country, normally averages 7.5 yards per carry. He's barely averaging 2 in this game. He goes off the right side and gets a lot of room this time, steps through a couple tackles before he's brought down by Jacob Jones. And the persistence of Robert Clardy playing off back-to-back 10-plus yard runs for Abel Carter.
Well, right there, Benjamin Honeyus, he fit the outside zone. He missed his gap, and he ended up behind the ball carrier, and that's why he was able to get the corner there and get to the second level.
Yeah, we've seen on these last 2 runs some of the ability that's led to these big numbers through 4 games for Carter. Fake the handoff again. Callis throwing to his right, and Michael Brown is going to get called for pass interference. They were looking for the tight end, who they have not thrown to the tight end all game. That time they were looking for Mason Boland out of Kennesaw, Georgia.
Well, they catch us in a blitz, which means man-to-man coverage, and they go with the tight end running the inside fade route against Michael Brown. Michael Brown, again, it's a matter of he's running with the receiver, but he never finds the ball.
44.
And he makes contact, and if he never finds the ball with that contact, it's going to get called 95% of the time.
UIndy was 12th in the country, being called for the fewest penalties called against them. They only had 17 penalties called against them all season through the first 3 games. They've been called for 7 for 65 yards tonight. Southwest Baptist still no accepted penalties. Handoff to Carter along the right, and Borski is there to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Well, there's a guy that missed the home opener against St. X, who we called his name a lot last year, and you can tell he's just starting to find his rhythm here, because that's the first time we've been able to call his name tonight. But I think as this game progresses, we're going to see him get some pressure on the quarterback.
I think we're seeing a little bit more this half too, where Southwest Baptist has been more of in this 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end formation, as opposed to just going with the 4 wide receivers. Callis throws it short out into the flat to Carter with room to run, and he is brought down inside the 5-yard line by Schulte, but he'll get 13 yards and set up a 1st and goal.
So they put the tight end back to the field. He goes over the middle, holds Schulte inside. Schulte's the Sam linebacker, supposed to be out there in space. He stays inside when the tight end releases. They bring the back out, and he's just late to get out there.
Callis keeps it running to his right, and he's going to get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats, as UIndy's run some of the read pass option. This time, the Bearcats go with it in the 2nd rush touchdown of the season for Cooper Callis.
Yeah, it's a nice play. There we see number 13, Aaron Barnett. He's been doing a nice job, but he gets sucked down inside, and we're playing man coverage on the outside, which means there's nobody for the quarterback. He's able to get around the outside and take it into the end zone.
Extra point is good, and Southwest Baptist strikes first here in the 2nd half. They cut the lead to 23-14 on the ISC and GLVC Sports Network.
Remember, when it comes to pedestrian safety, Greyhounds don't have 9 lives. No mascots or linebackers were harmed in the making of this video.
Gorgeous shot of beautiful downtown Indianapolis on just an amazing fall night here on the 1st of October for homecoming at the University of Indianapolis. Great shot from the drone from our crew. And great shots of this game at Keys Stadium all night long as Southwest Baptist gets the huge 4th down stop at midfield and then converts it. 6 plays, 51 yards in 2.5 minutes. Cooper Callis takes it in on the keeper from 3 yards. Jeremiah Lee will get a chance to return the kickoff on the short kick, and in the scrum it gets to the 29-yard line. Have you tried a Prairie Farms milk snack? Delicious chocolate cake bars filled with real milk cream and covered in chocolate. They're made no preservatives or artificial colors. Perfect as an anytime, anywhere snack. You can find them in the dairy section. Visit our website at prairiefarms.com/milk snacks and enter to win a free 4-pack. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. That's been the Prairie Farms way for over 80 years. Prairie Farms is Indiana's farmer-owned dairy. Well, last week at Ohio Dominican, UIndy had a very strong first half, had a solid lead, was up by 3 scores at one point, and allowed Ohio Dominican to come all the way back to where UIndy needed to score with 16 seconds to go. A big test for the UIndy offense now to try and answer the score by Southwest Baptist with a first down handoff to Clinton for 8 around left tackle.
So they went back to the bunch formation. 4 guys removed from outside the box, ran the wide zone away from it. Solid 8-yard gain. Now, had a 9-yard gain on the last drive that turned into nothing. I think they're going to try to establish some consistency here.
Lenny Bennett back in at running back. First time we've seen him in the second half after a strong first half, including a touchdown. He'll take the handoff and run straight ahead through the middle of the line. Solid 6-yard gain for a first down.
Yeah, nice job falling in there behind the pulling guard. That was Zach Clark that time, number 63. Just following him right up through the hole. Good 6-yard gain.
What did you say Coach called him again?
Straight line Lenny.
That's all they asked for that time. That was not a cut at all. He took it straight on the handoff and immediately hit the hole, which again, on the second and short is all you need. Keep the chains moving. Short breather for Clinton. He's back in on first down. They'll pass. Kennett looking for room, steps forward, and he is going to be sacked. He is brought down by Nate Stelkin. I thought he had room to run there, but Stelkin closed the hole, the defensive tackle from St. Louis.
Well, and they're getting a good push up the middle. There's only 4 white shirts that are rushing against 5 offensive linemen right there. So numbers-wise, you feel good, right? You got to be able to protect the passer because he's going to need a little time to figure out what's going on. 7 guys are dropping into coverage. They need to get a 6-yard gain here to give him a manageable third down.
And they'll go back to reliable Clinton up the middle, and he's going to get most of it back and more before he's brought down by Lockard. But you asked for 6. He's going to get almost 11 to set up another third and short.
Okay, so now this is about getting the first down. And it looks like they went just 1 tight end, so they're in their base 11 personnel package here.
Looking aggressive. Matthew Bell, the right defensive end, not down in the stance. Handoff to Clint behind his tight end hand, right into the line. And it's not much, but I think it's
going to be right at the sticks. So they gave the motion there, and you had the feeling they were going to run the outside zone back this way, and then they went with the counter play.
Yeah, he needed the 47. Yep, now they're telling to move the sticks.
Yeah,
that's a first down.
He's right at it. All right, that's a big first down right there.
Yeah, would have made for another very tough decision whether to go for it on 4th down, but Chris Keevers doesn't need to make it as the Hounds convert on 3rd and short. Handoff to Clinton again as he's going to try and bounce it to the right side, and the cornerback, Brendan Smith, steps up to bring him down after only a gain of 1.
They may go back to that. So I think the thing they were looking for there was to see what the boundary safety was going to do. Because if that boundary safety is going to be aggressive and come down and get into the run fit, they're going to try and throw a post route down here to Alonzo Derrick.
2 tight ends on 2nd and 9. They'll hand to Bennett, looking inside and stepping up to bring him down after a gain of 2 is Colton Smith. 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Greyhounds, who they've converted a 3rd down on this drive, but are just 2 for 7 tonight. Kennett just 0 for 1 passing here in the half. That was on the deep attempt. They've only tried one other pass, and that was when he was sacked earlier on this drive. Straight drop back on against a 3-man rush. He's going to throw it out, and that is caught by Jeremiah Lee, and a first down and a flag at the end of the play, most likely in the area of what I think might be a face mask, and that's what Jeremiah Lee is saying, that there might be another 15 yards on top of this 10-yard completion.
I can see the motion from the back judge right there.
Personal foul, face mask, 27, defense. That 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run, automatic, first down.
First penalty of the night, correct?
First accepted penalty of the night.
Costly.
That's Samuel Steffi, freshman cornerback from Aledo, Texas, on the coverage, picking up the 15-yard face mask, which will move UIndy into the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 18, and the clock continues to run. Not only building some momentum, trying to get a score, but also a bit of a breather, running the clock, both to get it down and giving the UIndy defense a chance to reset after the last drive.
Yeah, really good route combination there to get the flat cleared out.
Kennett stops, finds the tight end, McNeilis, for a gain down to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1. And that is the first catch by a tight end this season. McNeilis brings it down.
Yeah, nice job with the bootleg here. Sets his feet and finds his crossing tight end. Nice job clearing everything out there. I think that's Alonzo Derrick.
Yeah, they also had Jeremiah Lee in the backfield with Buchanan, so a unique formation that we have not seen tonight with a running back and wide receiver in the backfield. Fake the handoff again. Kennett looking, he's going to roll to his left. Now he's going to keep it. Cut up field, dives for the end zone. Touchdown Greyhounds, Connor Kennett.
Nice job there. Gets man coverage. They're looking to run a little RPO, or might have been play action, and really nothing pops right off. Yeah, play action, and they've got everything covered, and the safety comes over the top. But man coverage usually means there's nobody for the quarterback. He buys himself some time, and as soon as he gets outside the pocket, he can see, I've got nothing but green grass in front of me. Nice job by Connor Kennett there.
Cooper Callis, quarterback for Southwest Baptist, runs it in for a 3-yard touchdown. Connor Kennett, whatever you can do, I can do better. Takes it in 9 yards with the dive over the end line. Kennett, his first rushing touchdown of his career, extends the UIndy lead back to 30-14 on the ISC and GLVC Sports Network.
Back in my day, we didn't have inflatables for the kids. They played with sticks and stones, and they liked it. Go Hounds!
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
UIndy, one of the top rushing offenses in the country, averaging 231 yards per game, uses the ground for most of that drive and has increased it to 272 yards rushing so far tonight as Connor Kennett gets in on the touchdown action. The quarterback running it in from 9 yards out. We're going to get a flag behind the play as a very short return for Southwest Baptist by Roderick Weaver. And we'll hear what happened. This might have been away from the play. There are a couple guys on the ground or in the position of holding. We'll wait and hear from Alan Davis.
Holding, number 38, return team. That penalty being enforced half the distance to the goal goal. First down.
That's Quinlan Ivory, freshman defensive back from Fort Worth, Texas.
And that was all set up by Colin Seymour's kick. That ball was caught outside the numbers, in between the numbers and the sideline, which made there's a very small window for that returner to try and hit, or if he's going to have any room, it's probably because someone held. So really nice job by Colin Seymour, and good design by special teams coordinator to get that ball down there in the corner.
Yeah, sometimes it's not how far you kick it, it's how far and where.
And where, absolutely.
And then the untimely penalty, Southwest Baptist now, after UIndy answered their touchdown to push the lead back to 16. They take over at the 9. Callis will pass on first down. Deep over the middle, and it is caught. And going down at the 40 is Marcus Manuel Jr. Call it the 41-yard line, 32 yards on first down to get Southwest Baptist out of the shadow of their end zone.
And they just said, you know what, we're taking a shot right here. Great throw against a 4-high secondary.
Short throw, just almost like a handoff to Kent, and he was worried about running it before he caught it and drops this easy one. This would have been at least 5 yards, if not more, up the sideline.
Yeah, they nice design there, and had him, the corner had run off, and that's one of the advantages of all the one-on-one fades they've thrown, right? Now you run the corner off, give a little action to the inside, and Brown is sucked inside. Michael Brown sucked inside. If he catches that ball, he's down the sideline for at least 8 to 10.
Bryant Burns is in as the tight end, offset behind the right tackle, Avery Davis. Callis will pass again on first, steps up into the pocket, finds his tight end, Burns, who gets around the block of Manuel and takes it up the sideline.
Really nice job by their offensive line. UIndy brings pressure there. You can see right there, Barnett from his defensive end, they ran a little stunt where the tackle goes out and the end comes to the inside along with an inside linebacker pressure. They get it picked up. Quarterback's able to step up and does a nice job finding the tight end out in the flat.
Handoff inside, and Shelton finishes it off, but I think that was set up by Jacob Jones pushing the right tackle, Avery Davis. Yeah, he gets taken down. Jones pushed the right tackle into Carter.
Yeah,
Shelton might get that tackle, but that was Jones who made it happen.
Yeah, he did a really nice job getting off the football and pushing that offensive lineman straight back into the running back's lap.
2nd and 12 upcoming. They take the tight end out and go with the bunch. 3 wide receivers on the right. He's going to look left to Collard, and Crawford in good position for the breakup as it bounces away harmlessly, and Collard looks back with his hands up and begging for a flag that doesn't come.
I don't think he's going to get that call because he's initiating as much contact as he's receiving from Crawford.
That's the first throw we've seen in a while to Collard, who was the leading target guy in the first half. Had 5 targets, 3 catches for 42 yards. Senior from Simi Valley, California, a place I'm very familiar with as I grew up and spent 11 years in Simi Valley, California. That's a long way from Bolivar, Missouri. Callis stepping up, throwing to his right, has a man wide open at the sticks and then picks up more. That is Weaver on the underneath route and brings it up to the 24-yard line of UIndy.
So they used the bunch formation there and into the boundary and ran the separation route where you sent one guy straight vertical, one guy to the inside, and one guy outside. And UIndy didn't have enough guys to cover all 3. Great job of recognition there by Callis to get the ball to the outside guy.
Yeah, Andy had time that time to find that secondary option. Callis down the right sideline, looking again for Manuel, and Brandon Thomas is there to break it up.
Good job there. You know, Thomas doesn't necessarily turn back to the ball. He does a good job of reading the receiver's eyes on this fade ball, and then just at the last minute gets that hand up, and that's straight, you know, playing the eyes of the receiver. That's a really nice job by Thomas.
Thomas, a redshirt freshman, went to Springboro High School in Centerville, Ohio. Called into duty as the starter today with an injury to starting cornerback Landry Mavungu. Callis again throwing out to his right and tippy-toeing on the sideline to bring it down at the 10 for a gain of 14 is Jordan Kent. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter as the Bearcats trying to answer UIndy's answer.
Doing a really nice job of working that short side of the field, and just, you know, they've got a couple different looks from UIndy. That time they had a cover 2 look and threw the ball into the hole.
Callis, pressure coming, and Dylan Shelton brings him down again. Big sack by the sophomore from Frankfort, Illinois. Second of the game.
There have been a couple times here I felt like Dylan Shelton got held, and that time he was not going to be denied, and just did a really nice job of getting some separation from that offensive lineman and putting him in a position that he was either going to have to tackle him or let him go, and he let him go for the sack.
Yeah, that was big freshman left guard Cody Bracken who couldn't keep Shelton off Callis. Callis throws short again to the right to Kent. Stepping up is Michael Brown to bring him down. And they were at the 10, so this is a goal play. They take it, not Kent. 83, not 23, Roderick Weaver working in that short part of the field. Set up a 3rd and goal from the 7.
So
bunch 3 receivers to the left this time on the wide side as opposed to the short.
So UIndy, right there, it looks like they're going to do it again. They've been blitzing Kiave Guerrier, and then so we've got one-on-one coverage on the outside, and that leaves nobody for the running back, who's been leaking out into that weak side flat and that boundary flat.
Callis is going to throw right back shoulder, and it's broken up by Brandon Thomas, knocking it away from Kylan Herrera. And now Robert Clardy has a decision to make. Down 16, 10 seconds to go in the third quarter, 4th and goal from the 7, and no hesitation. The offense stays on the field for the Bearcats.
And
now they come late with 20 on the play clock as Logan Turner, a sophomore from Bentonville, Arkansas, will come on to attempt a 24-yard field goal. He is perfect on the year, 4 for 4, including 2 51-yarders. 24-yard field goal attempt is up and good, so they take the points to get it to 30-17 after the short field goal by Logan Turner. Indiana Members Credit Union is proud to support the University of Indianapolis athletics and offers a free UIndy debit card with a free checking account and e-statements. Get your UIndy debit card today and show your school spirit. Visit any IMCU branch or sign up online at imcu.com. Membership savings required, federally insured by NCUA. Big stop by the UIndy defense to force the field goal attempt. Right decision there, field goal attempt, 4th and goal from the 7.
Well, what you did, so you look at the scoreboard, and 30-14, 16 points is technically a 2-score game, but it's going to require 2 successful 2-point conversions. You kick the field goal right there. Now you put yourself in a position that 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points, if you can hold, gives you the win. So I think, yes, that was the correct decision.
I don't have my chart up in here that tells you exactly what to do in those situations, but Logan Turner remains perfect on the year, 5 of 5 on field goals. He's also 20 of 20 on extra points. And they take the points going into the wind, as they will get the wind at their back after the final 6 seconds here of the quarter. Short kick to Jeremiah Lee, looking for a hole, and he is brought down by Brendan Smith, as that will in the corner. Help UIndy athletics continue to succeed by giving to the Greyhound Club. Your support enables them to compete at a high level. Visit getinvolved.uindy.edu/Greyhound Club-give to make your gift today. The fourth quarter coming up next on the ISC and GLVC Sports Network.
This global pandemic has challenged us all. No one is immune to the profound effect that it has had on our lives and our livelihoods. This pandemic has brought many things into a clearer focus. We thrive best when in community. We treasure our freedom. We have much more that we want to see and do. There's still so much more left to experience together. At Free Enterprise, when challenges come, we meet them with new resolve and new sanitary practices. We've implemented extra precautionary measures, including a new monofoil electrostatic spraying system. This same system is used in hospitals and by legacy brands like Disney. Rest assured that at Free Enterprise, we always take great pride in going above and beyond to provide you and your group with the best care and service possible. We're excited to get our wheels turning and your group moving. Reach out to our Free Enterprise team and book your group's charter today. Travel Free Enterprise, because anything else is just a bus ride.
Handoff to Toriano Clinton on first down, and he'll pick up 12 to keep things moving as he goes to 176 yards rushing on the game, as gets UIndy already up to the 41-yard line. And again, Southwest Baptist scored a touchdown. UIndy answers with a touchdown. Southwest Baptist comes back with a field goal. Imperative here that UIndy try to answer back and get some of the momentum back. Play action for Kennett. He's going to throw deep down the left sideline, looking for Jeremiah Lee. Did he drag the foot? He did not. Nice catch along the sideline, but the pass took him out of bounds, and he wasn't able to tippy-toe along that sideline to stay in. We'll get a look at it.
Yeah, he was just out of bounds. But I think Kennett needed to throw that just a little bit sooner. He had, I love the concept there. They're really attacking that boundary safety who's been sneaking up closer and closer to the line of scrimmage in the run game. And that was a nice way to attack him, and he just held on to it a little too long.
Clinton hurdles over one man, steps through the tackle of another player, and fights his way to the first down marker, and he'll get exactly 10 for another first down on 2nd and 10. He's getting closer. 186 now as he's approaching 200 yards rushing.
The yards after contact, I mean, that's a safety that comes up and goes right at his legs. He's able to take it on, get his knees up, maintain balance, and literally just run through it.
Yeah, speed, power, he's the whole package that you would look for. Elusiveness, vision, all of the adjectives that you look for in a running back. Clinton is displayed with over 4,000 yards rushing. Straight line, Lenny powers forward, tripped up by Jaron Siebold after a gain of 8.
So now this is just a little counter play there, right behind McNeilis, and just as soon as Lenny sees it, man, he has got a nice burst through the line of scrimmage.
Hounds now over 300 yards on the ground. Kennett keeps it this time around right in. Plenty of room, and he slides down, and then a player dove over the top. That was Lockard, but he avoided him just enough to not get a flag for targeting.
So I like this call. And, oh, man, just the stuff that they're doing to that weak side defensive end, what they did right there. McNeilis, who just led up on the counter play and blocked him, runs at him and then goes around him. He closes on the running back, and now he's the lead blocker for Connor Kennett for the quarterback run, and they were playing man-to-man on the receiver. All the receiver had to do was run the corner off. Really good play right there.
Bennett stays in. He'll take the handoff behind left tackle, steps through, and he'll get another good chunky yardage. Brendan Smith and Siebold are there to bring him down, but it's another 9 yards for Bennett. A coming out party for Lenny Bennett. 9 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
That all got set up by, I believe, the slot receiver got inside the Sam linebacker and turned him out and created a really nice running lane for Lenny Bennett.
Clinton back in, up the middle, dives over the top as Smith was there, and Killian Carper to not give him much room. All he could do was really dive over the top for a couple of yards. And they're off. Oh, that was good enough for the first down.
Second and short.
Second and short. Just looking at the sticks. Turned around. Hounds already have taken nearly 3 minutes off the clock here in the fourth quarter on this drive. Clinton again behind the right side and spun down.
That was close to being, that's
Close
a
to
really nice play. That defensive lineman is from the backside, just gets enough of Clinton to slow him down for somebody else to get there. Because if he doesn't get a hand on him, Clinton's going to take that one into the end zone.
Three wide receivers for the Hounds. Alonzo Derrick, slot left. Okay, we haven't called his name much today as they've leaned on the ground game. Fake the jet sweep. Kennett throws to Toriano Clinton in the end zone. Touchdown Clinton, his third of the night. This one through the air.
That's really, really good stuff. All right, so Clinton is going to run what they call the rail route. You take your outside receiver, he goes to the numbers. Your slot receiver is going to run to the opposite hash, and now the back, he would be the lead back if you ran the actual jet sweep there to Jeremiah Lee. He goes on that same path, and he is right up the hash, and it parted like the Red Sea. Good look for Connor Kennett. Throws the dart to Toriano Clinton for the touchdown.
Seymour, extra point is good. Southwest Baptist with a field goal, but the Hounds answer with 7 and increase the lead to 20 on the ISC and GLVC Sports Network.
Back in my day, the entertainment at the football games was Uncle Larry playing his banjo in the back of the van. Go Hounds!
Two touchdowns on the ground, and now 16 yards through the air as Toriano Clinton increases his career total to 49 touchdowns, extending his new UIndy record and hoping to maybe get a chance for number 50 coming up here later as Seymour pops it up and forces a fair catch. But Dave, you were talking real intricate stuff. UIndy showing something that they hadn't shown jet sweep all game, and instead of going jet sweep, they take it one other level with the throw to the running back out of the backfield.
Yeah, it's really good down there in the red zone, knowing you're probably going to get some type of man coverage. The jet action, and I mean, football 101, if you're going to run jet out of the shotgun, your tailback's going to be your lead blocker. So releasing Clinton on that path that he's going on, it looks just like what he would do if you're running the jet sweep. Then for him to run up the hash after you've taken your outside receiver and run the guy off that's probably playing man, really good stuff there from the offensive staff from UIndy.
First down handoff to Carter, and Clay Schulte is there to bottle him up. As the Hounds increase the lead to 20 next week, back on the road. Again, we talked in the season opener about this big stretch of 4 road games in 5 weeks between September 17th and October 15th. They went on the road and got 2 huge last-second wins against Tiffin and Ohio Dominican, now up 20 here at home on homecoming against Southwest Baptist. Callis steps up in the pocket, throws to the sideline to Collard, who'll get the first down yardage. Next week they go to McKendree, who is undefeated in the conference, 1-0, 4-1 on the season after a win against William Jewell. And then their biggest potential non-conference game of the year, October 15th at number 17 Saginaw Valley. The Cardinals are in Allendale to take on number 2 Grand Valley tonight, and at halftime it's Grand Valley 16, Saginaw Valley 17. Handoff to Carter again. And he almost steps through the tackle of Borski and Brown after a gain of 7.
Yeah, Southwest Baptist, you know, they've kind of figured out what area of the field they're going to attack. UIndy, they've had some success throwing it over there to the short side of the field and in the flat, and it's allowed them to open some things up in the run game as well, because Keave Guerrier's got to get out from his will linebacker position into that area, and you know, right now that's just where they're working.
Yeah, easy throw and catch that time. Callis to Collard up to the UIndy 41, but Thomas, I think again now with a 20-point lead, the coverage a little more conservative to allow that play as opposed to maybe something over the top.
Definitely, you know, most definitely. But you know, with that receiver, when he continues to run vertically and Thomas is going to run with him, Guerrier, we've blitzed him quite a bit. He's going to have to be the guy that's going to get out there and cover. And see, here he comes again.
Another blitz. Borski around the end. It's a fumble, and now picked up by Carter as it just slipped through the fingers of Guerrier. And disaster averted for the Bearcats. Borski with the big hit around the end to force the fumble, and Guerrier just can't get it. And then heads up play to stop what would have been at least 10 yards for Carter.
Yeah, really nice tackle there, but Kyle Borski, you know,
you called it earlier that you thought he might get there.
And I mean, you look at the tackle over there he's lined up against. That's a big dude, but you know, Kyle, a great pass rusher, and you saw it right there. He just beat him upfield and ran the hoop to get to the quarterback. Great play.
Yeah, that's the backup left tackle, Nick Cabrera at left tackle, where the starting left tackle has moved to left guard. Dennison and Barnett shut the door on Carter for no gain, and it'll be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, Michael Dennison's had a really nice game. Whether he's made, you know, a ton of plays or not, he's allowed people behind him to make plays, which is what you're looking for out of that defensive tackle there. Michael Dennison, 6-year senior from Mishawaka Marion.
And again, not huge individual tackle numbers on his own. Old school defensive tackle to open things up, but he's got a sack tonight, 2 this season, 6 for his career, 3rd and 13 for the Bearcats. Callis faces pressure again, throws to Collard short of the first down,
89.
Yeah, as again, we have not seen Blake Gordon, the redshirt freshman, makes the catch, but that was Deshaun Harewood, the nickel corner over there to help bring him down, the redshirt freshman from Clayton, Ohio. And now 4th down is not a decision for Robert Clardy. He's got to keep the offense out there. 4th and 4, 7 minutes remaining, down by 20. Collard is the outside receiver on the left. Carson in motion. Callis has time, throws it deep down the left side into the end zone, and it is broken up on the play. Brown and Houston, the safeties, are there to keep Jordan Kent from pulling it down.
He was open for a minute and had both hands on the ball, and that's just a nice job of the 2 safeties reacting to the ball in the air and knocking it out of his hands before he gets it. And can complete the play.
Yeah, especially with as much time as Callis had. At time he got hit as he threw, which might have held it up just enough to allow the recovery by Houston and Brown.
So now you know.
Run some more now, you think, from UIndy with under 7 minutes.
The guy that sits in your chair occasionally, Greg Rakestraw, likes to call this the 4-minute drill. Can you get some first downs and chew up the clock?
And Clinton, right off the back, picks up 17 yards on first down. And we mentioned time of possession. That's pretty even, only about a 2-minute difference, but kind of the way UIndy just pounding the rock in this game now, over 350 yards rushing. And
Clinton just went over 200, I believe.
He did, 207. Well, he was at 207.15. Now he's on over 220. Bennett comes back in. Hand off to him. Bell falls on top after a short gain. And now 20-point game, all 3 timeouts. I mean, it's 3 scores, but at some point, does Southwest Baptist think about maybe using timeouts, or just too big and maybe not enough with the time to. Porter will come back in. Patient, looking for a hole, but it doesn't really materialize. Stelkin and Karanda, the defensive tackles.
This might be a quarterback run.
Yeah, probably no, I mean, unless it's super safe, maybe no need to put it in the air here with really the clock, the biggest thing right now, as opposed to the yardage.
Right, and the nice thing you have here, you're across midfield. You should be able to punt this down inside the 15-yard line, and you're going to force them to go 85 yards down 3 scores.
Lenny Bennett back in. And he'll just get it straight ahead, and he is blown up by Colton Smith to bring up 4th down. Smith, that's his 11th tackle of the night.
He did a really nice job. He read the puller there and went right where the puller came from. So he was anticipating that play, and before that tackle could get to him, he is right where the guard came from and gets the big hit on Lenny Bennett.
Zaller on, 4th punt of the night. Looking to pin the Bearcats inside the 20. And he will. They'll take over at about the 16-yard line. Greyhound fans can find tons of authentic UIndy sportswear, t-shirts, gameware, and giftware, all at houndgear.com. It's the superstore for UIndy fanatics. That's houndgear.com. Also want to remind fans again that the Greyhound Club online auction is also still taking place through the middle of next week. So make sure to head to UIndyathletics.com for a lot of great stuff. Gear, gifts, tickets, trips, all available in the Greyhound Club online auction. Must-score drive here for the Bearcats. Callis stepping up, throwing to his left, and that is going to be caught by Preston Carson past the sticks.
Really nice job on the tackle, making sure you keep him in bounds. Yes, the clock stops for the 1st down, but once the chains are set, that clock rolls.
New defensive lineman out there also. Blitz comes this time. Callis hit as he throws, lobbed up, and it's going to be intercepted by Cavante Houston. And he's got room to make a return. Houston knocked down by the offensive lineman, but that might be it. Pressure up the middle. Callis throws it up, and it's almost like a punt. Cavante Houston picks up his 1st interception of his Greyhound career.
Yeah, so they bring, and that's the stunt is the same stunt that I talked about with Barnett. Now they did it this time.
Justin Thomas in it.
With Justin Thomas coming from the outside in, and boy, he got a big hit on Callis, and that ball goes up. And he's trying to make a play, but he just can't step into that throw, and it turns into, it is a punt. You never want to punt on 1st down.
2nd interception for the Greyhound defense tonight. And after the nice return, they take over at the 30. Under 3.5 minutes remaining. Kennett will keep it this time. Cut up field and then slide down at the 18-yard line.
That's a really nice read by Connor Kennett. When we motioned over, they shifted both inside linebackers, and then they walked a guy up outside on the left, and all he's doing is, if that guy closes, if he doesn't come upfield at all, if he closes at all, he's going to pull it and run by him.
Jaquan Buchanan is in the backfield for the Hounds. Kennett will keep it again. On his feet, looking to get to the pylon, and he's in. Connor Kennett, 18 yards for his second rushing touchdown of the night.
He didn't throw the ball great in the first half. He had the one incompletion when they went for the home run on 2nd and short, and then he was 4 for 4 from there, I believe, the last stats I got. So he finishes just a little over 50%.
Yeah,
but his ability to run the football adds an element here that really makes this UIndy offense difficult to defend.
Yes, certainly he would tell you not his best throwing night, maybe never got into a rhythm, but stayed in it with his legs, 2 rushing touchdowns, made a few throws when he needed to. The big throw to McNeilis earlier here in the half was a big one before he then took it in for the touchdown, that time using his legs, and UIndy fully in control now, 44-17 with 2:44 to go. Tested tonight by Southwest Baptist, getting the first score of the second half, but UIndy answering the bell here and taking control of homecoming, looking as if they have locked up what appears to be their 11th straight homecoming win. Yeah, Kennett now 10 carries, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 of 13, 94 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. But again, as the throw to McNeilis, a really nice throw to Clinton on the prior drive for the touchdown. So a growing experience for the young player to not have his best game, but still make key throws when he needed to, when it maybe hasn't been, some of the gaudy numbers that he's put up the past couple weeks.
And contribute running the football. Another really nice throw was on a 3rd down. He hit Jeremiah Lee over there in the left flat. Nice job. It was a nice route combination, but he threw that ball dead on the money, and then we had the face mask on top of it.
Squib kick. And Jordan Kent doesn't get much. The UIndy special teams takes care of business.
Colville, nice job. That kick right down the middle. He basically chased it all the way down from his inside starting position next to the kicker there.
Free Enterprise System is the official travel agency for Greyhound Athletics. The Free Enterprise System. Anything else is just a bus ride. And Gordon Flesh, business technology, managed. Please visit us at gflesh.com. Backup running back Cameron Ferguson is in the game, and also backup quarterback for Southwest Baptist, Logan Claiborne, a junior from Rockwall, Texas, into the game, as Southwest Baptist will give the key contributors the night off.
Nice little zone read play there, and you can tell maybe he hadn't quite loosened up quite enough. He stumbled out of the mesh there, but still able to pick up 4.
Evan Lance and Gabe Ogden in along the defensive line, along with Kyle Eberly. Claiborne deep down the right sideline looking for Herrera, but just out of his fingertips.
Reese Crawford there, I'm not sure exactly what happened. He got a straight up vertical route, but he seemed content to trail a couple steps behind it.
Brandon Smith, Justin Thomas, along with the Marion Evans. in this three-man defensive front for UIndy. First, we've seen Evans tonight. Claiborne throws short, and that is intercepted. Crawford. And he'll bring it down to the 20. That's the third interception of the season for Carice Crawford. Good ball skills here on the deflection.
And that's off a Southwest Baptist receiver.
Let's watch this.
Throws
again.
high.
This might be Crawford. He was thrown down pretty hard by the
Yeah,
offensive lineman.
For injury.
I think it's one of his legs. It looks like his right foot stayed planted as he got spun to the ground.
And there's not a lot of depth at cornerback.
No, there is not.
For UIndy, and you're right, they're looking at the right leg, the athletic training staff for UIndy. Can't blame the young man. He saw green in front of him.
No, but that's when you make that return and you get deep into the offense. That's an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
You know, that was quite a bit of weight that was on his back, dragging him down. Let's hope this is not terribly serious.
Yeah,
we can see it, but I don't know if I want to watch it. Right there, that right knee, you can see it. Right foot stays planted in the ground, right? I thought I saw it live. I didn't want to watch it again.
Well, again, Jalen Givon out. Not played this year. Was kind of coming out of the preseason. They expected him to be the guy. Landry Mavungu hurt in practice this week. Christian Conkling will come on to take these snaps in the victory formation for UIndy as the Hounds will improve to 4-0 and 1-0 in conference play as they move to 7-1 all time in the series history against Southwest Baptist. And they will remain in conference play next week when they head west to face the Bearcats of McKendree. That'll be 4-0, 1-0 in the GLVC UIndy against 4-1, 1-0 in the conference McKendree. So an early battle between undefeated teams in the conference. Truman is not in action this week. Quincy is on the road at Missouri S&T in the other conference game this week, and the Hawks are up 7-3 in Rolla. Toriano Clinton goes over 200 yards, 23 carries, 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 16-yard touchdown reception. Connor Kennett, just 94 yards passing and a touchdown, but 2 touchdowns rushing on 73 yards. UIndy comes away with the homecoming win, their 11th homecoming win in a row, 44-17 over the Bearcats of Southwest Baptist. Stay tuned, the Prairie Farms postgame show coming up in a moment on the ISC and GLVC Sports Network.
University of Indianapolis Greyhound football on the ISC Sports Network is presented in part by Free Enterprise System, the official travel agency for Greyhound athletics. Free Enterprise System, anything else is just a bus ride. By Prairie Farms, Indiana's dairy. By IMCU. IMCU proudly supports UIndy athletics and offers a free UIndy debit card. Show your school spirit and get yours at imcu.com. By Gordon Flesh, technology that works, people who perform. Please visit us at gflesh.com. By Aqua Systems, with a knowledgeable staff of water experts in multiple locations, Aqua Systems has been helping people improve their water since 1959 and proud to support the University of Indianapolis. And by the Ray Skillman Automotive Group. Go to rayskillman.com for your best deals.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you drive your dream. Now get financing as low as 3.49% APR on a new or used vehicle. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Portillo's is unbelievably excited to serve their famous Chicago-style street food in Indianapolis on US 31, just south of Stop 11 Road. We are looking for top dogs to get paid daily, have a flexible work schedule, and will get free shift meals. Apply at portillos.com/careers.
Back in my day, it was about family here at the University of Indianapolis. And you know what? It still is. Go Hounds!
Ray Skillman Buick GMC truck was just awarded GMC Dealer of the Year. Come see why. And drive away in a new Buick Encore for just $129 a month. Lease a new GMC Terrain for only $229 a month. Or get a third row Acadia for as little as $229 a month.
Get your next SUV from the GMC Dealer of the Year, Ray Skillman Buick GMC truck.
2 great locations, US 31 South
or I-465 and East Washington Street, or RaySkillmanCars.com.
Homecoming celebration at UIndy as the Hounds remain undefeated, 44-17 over Southwest Baptist. This is the Prairie Farms postgame show from Keys Stadium as UIndy also moving to 1-0 in the Great Lakes Valley Conference, providing the fireworks on the field. They're also just fireworks here post-game and providing a lot of the fireworks today. That young man you can see there behind head coach Chris Keevers and the outstanding sports information director Ryan Thorpe, Toriano Clinton, our Indiana Members Credit Union player of the game, and he also has our Aqua Systems play of the game. But here's his second touchdown as Clinton finished with 207 yards rushing, all gain, no loss on 23 carries, and this 63-yard run was our Aqua Systems play of the game. He also caught a 16-yard touchdown pass as well in the fourth quarter, doing a little bit of everything as he moves over 4,000 yards rushing in his career, 4,150 yards rushing, and with 3 touchdowns today, giving him 49 career touchdowns, extending a couple of his own school records, as this is the 63-yard touchdown where he showed a little bit of everything that we've come to know about Toriano Clinton in his career as a Greyhound, Dave.
Yeah, and, obviously nice job up front. He's into the second level of the defense, the linebacker level. He makes one guy, the safety comes downhill at him, he jumps over him, and once he's in the open field, as you'll see right here, he jumps over the safety. The other safety takes a bad angle, and once he's here, we haven't seen anybody catch him in the past 3 seasons.
It was 23-7 at halftime, but Southwest Baptist got a huge 4th down stop and then scored first in the third quarter to draw within 9, 23-14. But then UIndy takes over from there, only allowing a field goal the rest of the way, outscoring them 21-3 to close out the 44-17 homecoming win. We'll be back here in 3 weeks. The next GLVC Sports Network and ISC Sports Network broadcast will be October 22nd against Quincy. Special thanks to our great crew. For Dave Burton, I'm Matt Holmes. UIndy wins 44-17 on homecoming. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
What's up, Matt?
This global pandemic has challenged us all. No one is immune to the profound effect that it has had on our lives and our livelihoods. This pandemic has brought many things into a clearer focus. We thrive best when in community. We treasure our freedom. We have much more that we want to see and do. There's still so much more left to experience together. At Free Enterprise, when challenges come, we meet them with new resolve and new planetary practices. We've implemented extra precautionary measures, including a new monofoil electrostatic spraying system. This same system is used in hospitals and by legacy brands like Disney. Rest assured that at Free Enterprise, we always take great pride in going above and beyond to provide you and your group with the best care and service possible. We're excited to get our wheels turning and your group moving. Reach out to our free enterprise team and book your group's charter today. Travel Free Enterprise, because anything else is just a bus ride.